It's a Chamber of Commerce Day at the Speed Palace, Port Royal Speedway in Port Royal, Pennsylvania. We're back with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing, the Rumble by the River presented by UNOH, the Hall of Famer James Essex. I am Ben Shelton. Dustin Jarrett's back. We got him on restrictive duty as he's breaking the voice back in.
He is HIPAA approved. He's good to go this weekend.
Yeah, he's going to be joining us in the infield shortly. But, guys, we are back. You see the beautiful aerial shot here as, man, you couldn't ask for a better day to kick off this two-day Rumble by the River. Over $200,000 on the line for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And, James, over 40 super late model drivers in the pit area to kick off two complete shows. There's no part of the field runs tonight, part tomorrow night. Everybody races tonight. A $10,000 prize on the line. And the one thing we know about Port Royal Speedway is if it can happen, it will happen. This is a challenging racetrack. It's a fast racetrack, and it is one of my favorite settings in all of racing. Good to be back again. Ben Shelton, the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer.
Thank
James
you.
Essex.
Yes, thank you.
James, from Batesville, Arkansas to Port Royal, Pennsylvania. It's been a whirlwind week, but now we come here to the Speed Palace, and I feel like every time you roll in this place, they've made some kind of improvement.
Right, and it's 30 degrees cooler than it was last weekend, right? Yeah, I mean, they want to make it the Knoxville of the East. I mean, you see it with the stands. They're always working on improving this facility. All the people there's like 24 on the fair board. How many's on the fair board, Earl?
We're off camera poll.
Earl Hoon Jr. is part of the fair board. But they put the money back into the facility, and they're wanting to make it one of the top in the country. It already is, and they've got a really great racetrack as well. And they've got 44 Lucas Oil late model cars. We've got modifieds and limiteds. As you mentioned, Chamber of Commerce weekend, brother.
He's fired up to be here. We're fired up here to be here. And we're glad that you're joining us here on FloRacing. It's going to be a fun night of racing. 3 divisions. You see high atop this racetrack as they get it sealed up right now. And again, tonight, a complete show for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. As, man, this setting, I never get tired of this scenery. And let's take a look at what to expect here tonight. As we go through this, James, it will be a complete show. Dirt Draft Hot Laps, All-Star Performance, qualifying.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have 4 heat races for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series competitors, 2 B mains, and then we'll have a main event tonight that's going to pay $10,000 to win. And again, this is the tune-up here tonight. Tonight's main event, 40 laps, $10,000 to win. Tomorrow night, 50 laps, $50,000 to win, over $200,000 on the line. And again, when you come here to Port Royal Speedway, you think about great racing, and you also think about all the history here. Obviously, Port Royal, I think for a lot of the world, you think of sprint car racing, but man, they've had some barn burner late model races, big block races, and all points in between.
Right, and you think of sprint car. You mentioned Keith Kaufman and Lance DeWeese, the top 2 all-time winningest drivers here, of course, known for sprint cars. Scotty Hawes is the all-time winningest driver in a late model. Ken Dixon, Nick's dad, he's the second all-time winningest driver, but they've only run a handful of races this year in the late models, but it is a spectacular facility, and we're ready. And when you got Rob Penrod and Dustin Jarrett in the house, it's Eldora-like, isn't it, brother?
I love everything about it. Well, without further ado, he's back with us. He's on light duty here as he gets his voice broke back in. DJ, it's been far too long. We're going to head down to you into the infield. Welcome back to the broadcast, brother. It's great to have you.
Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. It's great to be back, and a big thank you to everyone that has reached out the last several weeks and all of that. It's appreciated and certainly does not go unnoticed. All right, enough about me and my health. We're at the Speed Palace. We're at Port Royal, personally one of my favorite racetracks. Ben, you talked a couple weeks ago about Florence Speedway. It's the big track that identifies as a small track. I would put Port Royal in that boat as well, because you see guys slicing and dicing. You see this track clean off by the end of the night, and you see guys running 3 wide around this racetrack. Oh, by the way, on this night 1 year ago, it was one Garrett Alberson getting his first career win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and he did it in dramatic fashion as well with a last turn, last lap pass for the win. Will we see last lap heroics again here tonight or tomorrow night? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is stay tuned right here. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the live broadcast of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and you're watching it all live here on FloRacing.
I don't know what it is. I totally feel like I'm a kid again when I get on my buzz bike.
Your horsepower, baby. You know me, I like horsepower.
We no longer bring golf carts to the racetrack because we have buzz bikes.
Just like a hot knife through butter around this quarter-mile oval. Here's his winner in FloRacing North America.
The University of Northwestern Ohio can turn your passion for all things diesel into a profitable career. On the shop floor, in our live engine rooms, or on the diesel dynos, 70% of your training is hands-on.
There's a good chunk of the time where you're just in the shop all day, and it's really enjoyable to apply what you just learned in the textbook.
From light duty to heavy duty, even specialty training in Mack and Volvo engines.
You can get pretty much a job anywhere if you're going to a top school for diesel and they want you.
Get started today at unoh.edu.
Hey race fans, Burdick's RV Center is your full-line Renegade RV dealer in the Northeast. Travel to and from your destination in extreme luxury, Class C and Super C motorhomes like no other. Choose a new Renegade Explorer or the incredible Renegade Classic, while the new Renegade XL stands above them all. We'll help arrange financing and work with your trade-in too. So chase races, chase your dreams with Renegade at Burdick's RV Center in Cicero, New York, or burdicksrvcenter.com.
V-Land is proud to be an official partner of the 2023 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Check us out at www.vland.com for more info. See you at the races. ARP, the ultimate fasteners for racing in the dirt. With high horsepower demands, ARP delivers maximum clamping force and performance. When failure on the dirt is not an option, it's arp-bolts.com.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is proudly brought to you by UNOH. Turn your passion into a career. Big River Steel, developing sustainable steel made with the world's most advanced mini mill technologies. And Lucas Oil, keep that engine alive. Welcome back to the Speed Palace, Port Royal Speedway, Port Royal, Pennsylvania, the opening night of the annual Rumble by the River with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and of course the whole weekend presented by UNOH, our great friends up there. And there's a lot of team members in the pit area that came out of UNOH.
All right, and if you're a young man, young lady, and you want to get involved in motorsports, whether it's working on a pit crew, working NASCAR, however, unoh.edu up there in Lime, Ohio, and very, very nice. Well, the weather. This is a no-brainer. Ben, do not send me a screenshot of your weather app, please, because it's going to be perfect.
I'm going to send you one, and it's going to come from Ben Cantori, and it's going to be a shot, and I'm going to do it somewhere it's raining. It is not here, though. My goodness, 81 degrees, 4-mile-per-hour winds, and we're not going to debate about scattered clouds, broken clouds, separated clouds, not speaking clouds. There are no clouds, clear sky, Port Royal, Pennsylvania. The sun looks like that. The moon might be full tonight, too. I have no idea, but it is gorgeous, and you really couldn't ask for a better day. And I'll tell you what else is shaping up nice. The Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP. We're getting closer and closer to the cutoff for the 4 championship drivers. And James, right now, Jonathan Davenport, the Midwest Sheet Metal point leader, a 55 marker advantage over defending series champion Ricky Thornton Jr., 2023 champion Hudson O'Neal in third in the 71 car. And then Devin Moran, he's been second each of the past 2 years. Could this be the year for him? Right now, he's on the hot seat in fourth.
Well, Thornton's been stuck at 10 wins for how many? A couple of months now,
It's been a minute.
He's not won for a while. And Davenport now has 8 wins. So wins count a lot. So, and of course, Davenport won last week the topless 150K. But rolling into this place here, I mean, as you mentioned, Garrett Alberson, as DJ mentioned, a great win here a year ago on tonight. But, I mean, we've got 44 cars here tonight. Going to be tough to make the field. But, hey, I want to say one thing. Thanks to the Port Royal regulars. All the top, well, Sean Jones is not here. His wife was in the hospital yesterday, got out, so he may run tomorrow. But 9 of the top 10 in the points are here tonight at Port Royal.
I also love that if you're camping here Sunday morning, you can walk over to the church outside turns 1 and 2 and ask for forgiveness. That's right. Well, how about the Rally Auto Parts Rookie of the Year points battle right now is Donald McIntosh, 175-point advantage over Daniel Hilsebeck. Dan Ebert rounds out the battle right now in third in Cars 60. All three of those drivers in action here this weekend.
Yeah, how about Ebert last week?
Yeah, good
run for him. Got a fourth-place finish, his best finish ever in a Crown Jewel race, the former USMTS modified racer. And, yeah, it's a good battle there. $20,000 to win that points as far as cash is concerned, and $18,000 in contingencies, Ben.
James, it wasn't that long ago that a full page of schedule only got you into a month down the road. But I tell you what, right now we're getting down to crunch time. Right now we're getting down to crunch time for Dirt Draft Hot Laps. It's right around the corner. We're going to step aside and thank some great marketing partners. When we come back, the Rumble Battle. I tell you what, before that, look at that. They told me we didn't have it, then we had it, and we're back. We're back. Live TV,
Live
James.
TV.
We don't have it, we have it.
Well, we're in Pennsylvania for the next month, it seems like, right?
Well, I mean, and fun fact, Knoxville is actually, yeah, that'll be next month. Yeah, it'll be back in Iowa, but yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Tonight and tomorrow night, Port Royal Speedway. If you can't be here tonight, be here tomorrow night. $50,000 to win tomorrow night. And then Lernerville Speedway, the Hillbilly 100.
The oldest continuous race in dirt late model racing started in 1967. Then we're off for a couple of weeks. We'll be at Knoxville, then Brownstown, back-to-back the Rayburn Memorial, and also the Jackson 100. How about Jim Curry getting behind the wheel of the Masters-Built house car
ageless
yesterday?
one.
82 years old. He and Steve Casebolt took some laps there, so...
Well, I tell you
he
what,
knows, right?
He's not 82 years old, but
No.
he's getting up there in age. Dustin Jarrett, you got an update down on track prep. Down to you, sir.
Well, hey, listen, 82 is better than what you guys had me pegged at Florence. At one point, James asked if I was dead. So, ain't dead yet, is one popular dirt late model driver once said. No, they're running this racetrack in right now, guys. It looks really good. We should just be a few minutes away from Dirt Draft Hot Laps. But one thing my cameraman Daryl's going to show you, the very outside wall of this racetrack, you're going to see guys, we talked about it in the open, you're going to see guys run up on the very outside wall, and then he's going to pan back down here to the inside. You're going to see guys roll right around this inside jersey barrier as well. A lot of times that's where the race is won, right on the very inside of that racetrack. And let's not forget about that move that we saw Garrett Alberson make last year as well. Oh, by the way, there just happens to be some driver that runs really good right in the middle of the racetrack. His name's Jonathan Davenport. You can run the middle of the track here well at Port Royal Speedway, and yeah, he's a former winner here as well. Guys, we will see who is quick at Dirt Draft Hot Laps. That's coming up next. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Rumble by the River.
Welcome back to Port Royal Speedway on FloRacing, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series opening night of the Rumble by the River, presented by UNOH. Moments away from dirt and draft hot laps on a beautiful afternoon. And James, I think Mother Nature heard us when we said there were no clouds in the vicinity. Look at Tiffany Swisher. She's found some. But you know what? Those are in the distance. Those don't matter. They're moving away from us. It's a beautiful evening here. And
remember when we go to Portsmouth, we did Rumble on the river. Now we're Rumble by the river here at Pico.
And the people on the back straightaway, they live on the back straightaway. Look at the back straightaway. There's Ma and Paul, and there was once a sprint car tire in one of those houses in the side.
You remember when Dave Argabright did an interview there?
Yep.
On the front, on the front porch with some.
I thought you were going to say on the front straightaway. Because that's in fact the back straightaway. Well, I tell you what, as we're going to get some limited late models out here, Earl Hoon Jr. will be joining us momentarily. But Tiffany, if we've got those track facts, let's throw them up there while we roll the racetrack in just a little bit, getting set for action here tonight. And track facts, you asked for them. They're coming your way. Port Royal, Pennsylvania. This track opened in 1938. History here would be the understatement of the century. Half-mile oval. Jeff Ryan, the track record holder, a 17.470. And again, we'll see if that's in danger here tonight. A lot of fast hot rods, but that is hauling the mail around this sprawling half-mile oval. And again, limited late models coming out first tonight. Get the racetrack rolled in. And I tell you what, we've also now got the race infographics. Take a look at that really fast, Tiffany. Again tonight, dirt draft hot laps for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series competitors. All-star performance time trials. Then we'll have 4 8-lap heats. DJ will talk to the winner of each one of those. 2 B mains, 10 laps apiece. The 40-lap main event, $10,000 to win for the opening night of the Rumble by the River, presented by UNOH. And a thrilling first-time winner a year ago tonight, Garrett Alberson beat Devin Moran in a photo finish to the line. We'll look for more exciting action here tonight. And I tell you what, limited late models have made their way out, so let's welcome to the call Earl and Brad. They're going to be telling you about all the local division action here tonight. And Earl, you dialed it up perfect, man. We've had a little bit of everything. We've come here in the past with weather, but I would argue this is the 2 prettiest days we've ever had.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think we were talking, like you said earlier this afternoon, it's been a while since we actually seen nothing but blue skies here at the Port Royal Speedway for the Rumble by the River when the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series roll into town. But thank you, everyone, for coming out here trackside, and thank you for everyone tuning in at home on FloRacing. Brad Strasser alongside me. Brad, we have a packed pit area outside of turn number 4. As you can see, the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models rolling trackside. We have 35 strong on the property.
Yeah, these guys very excited to be a part of the Rumble by the River show all weekend long. These guys talk about being a part of this and mixing it up with some of the big guys in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series and parking alongside of them, and they're excited to be out here tonight, Earl.
So let's introduce these drivers that are out here for the first hot lap session of the night. Again, 35 Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models on hand for night number 1 of the Rumble by the River. They will not be a part of tomorrow night's program, as for the first time ever, the Modified Mafia Series comes into Juniata County. They will be coming up a little bit later on in the program. The driver, as you see him on your screen, making his way down the back straightaway. He's from Mifflin, PA, in the LCRC, Sydney Auto Parts Zimmerman Truck Repair. Car number 79, that's Chase Bousman. Chase Bousman in the 79.
They're out of Richland, PA, in the Black Diamond chassis, Seth's Racing Engines, All Guy Performance number 72. That is Wayne File. Wayne File in car number 72.
And coming up to speed here off of turn number 4 from Mount Pleasant Mills, PA, in the Campbell Race Technology Sports Extreme Race Cars. Car number 86, that's Wayne Schaefer. Wayne Schaefer in the 86.
So there you got 2 cars making their way through turns 1 and 2. That's the 21M of Matt Murphy. He is also joined out there by the driver of the 5W. That is Travis Horan. Those 2 cars making their way into turn 3 now.
So the caution flag is going to come out. We're going to give these drivers a lap or 2 to run in the top side of the racetrack. And then once again, we will throw the green flag. We'll introduce you a couple more drivers that are out there. See him on your screen coming here off of turn number 4. He's from Petersburg, PA, in the K&K Seal Coating, Williams General Construction, Diversified Investment Solutions, TV Transport. Car number 87, that's Eric Irvin. Eric Irvin in the 87.
In turns 1 and 2 right now, the driver comes from Carlisle, PA, or rather out of Harrisburg, PA, in the 112 in the Cattleman's Lawn Service Little Tool Truck That is Brandon Little in the 112. 112 of Brandon Little.
Also out there in this hot lap session from Tower City, PA, in the TJ Shooter Sports Bar, Campbell Race Technology, Tim Campbell Chassis 2-star. That is Sean Miller. Sean Miller in the 2-star.
Out there on the back straightaway, the driver comes from St. Thomas, PA. In the Waterford Christmas Tree Farm J&M Barbecue, number 85, that is Gunnar Walls. Gunnar Walls in the 85. So there you see Brandon Little in the 112. Again, out of Harrisburg, PA, in the Common Lawn Service Little Tool Truck 112. Pacing his way through turns number 1 and 2 as these guys will now come back up to speed.
This is the first hot lap session of the evening, as we have had 6 feature events completed throughout 2025 for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models. 4 different winners. Kyle Hardy has a win coming into tonight's competition. He'll share a single win with Andrew Yoder and also Dylan Staken. How about it, Brad Strasser? Probably one of the hottest drivers here in Central PA when it comes to limited late model competition. That's Lane Snook. Right now, he has 3 wins here at the Port Royal Speedway in limited comp.
Yeah, he gets wins everywhere he goes locally here in Central Pennsylvania, whether it be here, Sealands Grove, Path Valley, the likes. He's able to dominate limited late model competition. We saw him a week ago testing a steel block out with the super late models as he plans to head to Eldora in just a few weeks.
So you see the lap times on the left side of your screen as we are officially down into the 22nd bracket. The track will be getting faster throughout tonight's hot lap sessions for all 3 divisions, but Gunnar Walls right now, he will set the pace as the checker flag falls. He will be the quickest driver so far here in hot laps for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models with a 20.862, 20.862. As these drivers will duck into the infield and head back out to the pit area, and we will roll session number 2 trackside. As Brad, let's take a look at the point standings coming into night number 1 of the Rumble by the River. We mentioned it. Lane Snook, he is the points leader coming in to Port Royal Speedway tonight with 3 wins on the docket. Ryan Zook second quick. He has 4 top 5s and 5 top 10s. He's only 145 points back from Lane Snook.
Yeah, he's been in the mix a lot. Just hasn't been able to get to Kishbank Victory Lane yet this season. Jackson Garman sits third. He's back by 340 points. 3 top 5s to his name, 5 top 10s. Then you have Matt Murphy in fourth, back by 520. And Tommy Slanker rounds out the top 5, back by 590 points.
Wayne Files 6th right now in points. Eric Irvin 7th. Andrew Yoder 8th. DJ Myers 9th. And Jared Falkroad rounds out the top 10. So this is the second hot lap session for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models, making his way down the back straightaway. That driver is from Duncannon in the Beck's Construction, Morgan Paving, Aqua Fun Pools, Nene Sub Shop. Car number 22T, that's Skylar Tashik. Skylar Tashik in the 22T.
There you see the driver who comes out of Landisville, PA, New York PB Trust Fryco Leather Lumber Company 121. That was Tristan Niederer in the 121.
And from East Freedom in the Bobby Wyatt and Sons Livestock, Dirtworks Excavation, Sager Racing Engines, Richie Sandblasting, car number 88, that's Devin Wyatt. Devin Wyatt in the 88.
There in car number 62 is Devin Fry. He is out of Richland, PA, in the Black Diamond Chassis Seth Racing's engine entry number 62. That's Devin Fry.
As we will give these drivers a few laps to roll in the top side of the racetrack.
Making his way on down there in the 22F, that is Arden Fetter. Fetter comes from Elliotsburg, PA, in the Graham Concrete and Construction Advanced Septic Service entry in the 22F. And they're out of Hawkinsville, Georgia, in the Haywood Machine Construction All About Doors, number 15K. That's Will Harrington. Will Harrington in the 15K.
And making his way underneath the flag stand from Mifflintown here in PA, in the Zimmerman Truck Repair Zook's Tax Service Terra Farm Dryden 28Z, that's Ryan Zook. Ryan Zook in the 28Z.
They're driving the 11M. He's in the M&R Livestock Stenton Union Stockyards, Kyle Hardy Racing, Jim McBee Motorsports 11M. That's Spike Moore. Spike Moore in the 11M.
So green flag is going to come out on the second hot lap session for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models. Again, Gunnar Walls setting the pace. See if we can possibly maybe get down into the 19-second bracket. Lane Snook, 3 wins coming into tonight's competition. There you have Ryan Zook in the 28. He has a couple wins here in limited late model competition.
Yeah, still looking for that first win in 2025, though. It's been hard to get by the 23 Lane Snook to get into victory lane here this season, but Ryan Zook has been right there in the mix week after week.
And we are officially in the 19-second bracket here on the second hot lap session of the evening, as the caution and checkered flags wave. So we have a new driver, fastest overall here during hot laps for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models. That is going to be the 11M of Spike Moore. His best lap time was a 19.767, 19.767.
Lane Snook came in second quick in the 23 with a 19.924. Ryan Zook in the 28Z was third with a 21.82. Sean Shoemaker in car number 1 tonight with a 20.314 sits fourth, and Devin Hart now the top 5 with a 20.345.
So we will roll the third and final group for hot laps for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models. Don't forget, fans, plenty of racing on tonight's docket. Still got plenty of time to get here. We know it's a little early. People still getting off of work and making their way here to the Port Royal Speedway, but still plenty of time to enjoy tonight's action here at the Speed Palace. If you would like to follow all season long with live timing and scoring here at Port Royal Speedway, make sure you download the My Race Pass app. You can also check out everything else My Race Pass has to offer. Don't forget, you can invent your leagues and have a fantasy draft each and every night. Brad Strasser puts out all kinds of press releases throughout the week. You can check them out. Also, the point standings as well. So don't forget to download the My Race Pass app before you leave here this evening. If you'd like to follow us on social media, you can like us on Facebook at Port Royal Speedway Trackside Media. Also, our X account is at Port Royal Speedway. You can follow us there. Also, don't forget to check out our website at www.portroyalspeedway.com. You can also take a look at the schedule. As Brad, we are right back here tomorrow night for the $50,000 to win the Rumble by the River. But we have quite a few of activities that's going to take place here during the afternoon.
Yeah, of course. We've got a lot of goings on here tomorrow as a part of the Rumble by the River. Plenty of things for the fans that you do not want to miss. Of course, it's the biggest paying race that we have here for the super late models. They have plenty of opportunities to win. They can win tonight. There's a 12-cup digital coffee maker up for grabs out in the fan zone, but also an Instant Pot up for grabs. You can sign up for the 40-inch Vizio Smart TV to pick up at the end of the month. And then, of course, we got the church service going on out with Dirt Racing Outreach tomorrow in the commercial building starting at 2 o'clock.
So we are about to bring to life the final hot lap session for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models. See him on your screen there from Mechanicsville, Maryland, in car number 6. That's going to be Austin Latham. Austin Latham in the 6.
There you have the 00 of Harold Rank. He's out of Thompsontown, PA, in the EB's Hardwood Flooring Overkill Graphics entry, heading into turn number 1.
And from Loysville, PA, in the Dillman Hauling, Penske Supply, Berks Dresser and Sons Distributors, Liberty Security Solutions, car number 11. That is Jackson Garman. Jackson Garman in the 11.
Up there you've got the 116 out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. That is Travis Meese as he brings the 116 down the front straightaway.
So the track is getting faster right now. 4 out of the top 5 in times we are in the 19-second brackets. As again, we will introduce these drivers when they come out for their heat races later on in the program. But we have a new fast driver overall. That is going to be the 70J of DJ Myers. His best lap time was a 19.524. 19.524.
That bump Spike Moore to second quick with a 19.767. Austin Latham's in third with a 19.909. Lane Snook fourth with a 19.924. And Ryan Zook, your top 5 with a 20.182.
So the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models are going to head back to the pit area, and Ben Sheldon in just a matter of moments. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is going to head trackside for Dirt Draft Hot Laps.
Let's go. It's time for Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Get your Dirt Draft lineups in if you haven't already. And again, it's a lot of fun, even if you're like me and you're no good at it. And new subscribers get a free t-shirt. You can get the app. You can do leagues, bragging rights, all kinds of cool stuff. You can get it in the App Store or on Google Play. And Dirt Draft, play it. It's a lot of fun. And again, new subscribers get your choice of t-shirts. And you can go head-to-head. And Dustin Jarrett's been watching from home, so I'm sure DJ's got his lineup in tonight. And he is loaded for bear. DJ, who is your hot pick of the night? Who is the guy that's off everybody's radar they need to be looking at?
Oh, the guy that is off? Boy, I don't know. I got it.
Put you on the spot, didn't I?
No, I was going to say Jonathan Davenport. He's also the highest point value guy at 21,500 as well. You know who a couple lower guys are that I saw on there that I may or may not have put on my team? Guys like Dylan Yoder, of course, in the 24, and Matt Cosner, sneaky good here at this racetrack. Let's not forget, he got a top 5 in the Saturday portion of the Rumble by the River 1 year ago.
What about Satterley or Eckert, right? You got to have them in there, right?
Well, their point values are real high, James. I mean, Ben, I think James wants to get like the top 5 highest point guys on there, and it's just it.
I want to get 200,000 points.
We're going to give James a $5 million budget. Well, I'll tell you what, there's the big balls for Ross Robinson on your screen out of Georgetown, Delaware. And the Commonwealth Equipment, Stokely Materials, Clements-powered Rocket XR1 number 7, a former feature winner here at Port Royal Speedway. And behind him in the 18D, the big perm, Dalton Wilson out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. The Ratliff Racing, Grantley Farms, ICS, Clements-powered Longhorn. 3 wins this year for Dalton Wilson.
Ross Robinson, new sponsor on that car. Delmarva Hydraulics as well. Behind him, there's the 66 car out of Huntington, Pennsylvania. That'll be Justin Can. Justin Can in the Border Financial, Claycomb Excavating, Longhorn Clements, car 66.
Up next, right behind him, and the 58. A thriller here last year. He won, James.
Right, Garrett Alberson out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. The Ken and Beth Roberts, the Low Voltage Solutions, Mesilla Valley Transportation. Sunoco Race Fuels 58 for Garrett Alberson, currently sitting 6th in the championship points bin.
There he is. Ricky Thornton Jr., a couple of wins here at Port Royal Speedway, most recently back in April in the 20RT, defending series champion, the Kohler Motorsports Ultimate Towing and Recovery, Hoker Trucking, Cornet Powered Longhorn for Ricky Thornton Jr., 18 overall wins on the year, 10 with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And behind him in car 76, the Dude Wipes, Riggs Fiber, Napa Auto Parts, Carnto's Southern entry for Brandon Overton, the factory Longhorn Clements race car, 3 wins on the year, currently 6th. And the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series standings make that 7th in the Lucas Oil standings is Brandon Overton in the 76.
Yeah, 1 win this year. That was at Circle City, the 1st of May. Behind him, the 27 car. Right, that'll be Trevor Feathers. Yep. Trevor Feathers out of Winchester, Virginia, the 3rd generation driver. He is in the Martin's Pumping Services, McFarland Custom Painting. That's a Team Zero with a Pro Power engine for Trevor Feathers. Also on the track is the 15F car. That'll be Scott Flickinger back with us after a couple of years' absence. He's out of Elliotsburg, Pennsylvania. He's in the Flickinger's Paws and Claws. We love that one, right?
I love
Flickinger's Heating and More, Rocket number 15F for Scott Flickinger.
One more driver on the Speedway, the Hall of Famer, the Langenfelter Mechanical Contractors entry, Gary Stuhler, the Vic Hill Powered Rocket race car, National Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer, celebrating 50 years of racing, currently 8th. And the latest Port Royal Speedway track standings.
70 years old.
Young.
Move over Jim Curry, right?
He's young, man. I tell you what, Stewart's just one of the, and he's always got a smile on his face.
Absolutely.
Always smiling. Great to have him here with us. So Dirt Draft Hot Laps underway, getting these race cars tuned up here tonight at the Speed Palace. And we talked about a 17.470, the track record. We'll see if there's any danger of that falling here tonight. As you see Michael Norris on your screen, he won in that car. Second race out tonight. He won at Pittsburgh last Saturday, and at Friday night he was a winner in his number 72 at Lernerville.
In the Nico Bedeco.
DeBecco.
Yeah, Nico DeBecco.
What do you say, Bedeco? It begins, DJ.
Michael DeNorris.
DJ, it begins.
We can do Michael DeNorris in the DeBecco. Yeah, that's the Millerstown pickup park.
I can't read my writing.
I can't. Bedeco, DeBecco.
Well, you mentioned the first time out at Pittsburgh, and he hopes to run it next weekend maybe at Lernerville, where he won the track championship again here in 2025 then.
Boy, he would love to be the Hillbilly 100 champion next week.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. By the way, Ben, here at Port Royal, Rick Eckert leads in the championship, well, their championship points on a weekly basis, right?
Yep.
Justin Weaver is second. Then it's Colton Flinner, Dylan Stake, Hayes Mattern, Dylan Yoder. Again, Sean Jones not here tonight, maybe here tomorrow night. Then Gary Stuhler, Chad Myers, and Trevor Feathers. So 9 of the top 10 here. As far as winners this year, Greg Satterley, 3 wins. Rick Eckert and Andrew Yoder each have 2 victories here in 2025. All 3 of those drivers, of course, here tonight. You mentioned the track record. Jeff Ryan, 17.4sevens. How about that? 4.70. How about 17.434 by Garrett Alberson? How many track records has he set in the last couple of years? He may set one here tonight. Look at that.
A bunch.
Yes, sir.
Could he do it here tonight? Well, and I tell you what else, and again, it's not official until it happens in All-Star Performance Qualifying. If you look at all-time Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series here at Port Royal, this will be the 19th all-time event. 12 different winners. How about the all-time winningest driver here? Who do you think it is? It's a tie, I'll tell you that. It's a trick question. 2 guys have won 3 races here with the Lucas Oil Series. That's one. You got one of them. Who's the second one? You're digging, you're thinking. It rhymes with Huddy.
It rhymes with Huddy. Hudson O'Neill, right?
That's right. Was that going to be your answer, DJ? Did you have that one?
I did have that on my bingo card, yes.
You missed the first win for Kyle Larson. You were not here that night. The first ever late model win for Kyle Larson was here in 2020.
And then who knew 6 months later he would win by 87 seconds at All Tech Raceway. Well,
yeah, that's pretty good stuff right there,
It truly is. DJ, you and I, man, we love the local atmosphere when you come to these tracks. And when you roll into Port Royal and you come over the bridge, if somebody's never been here, how do you describe it?
Awesome. I mean, it is. I was telling you earlier, my drive out from the very eastern part of Ohio is super cool because the last 2 hours you're basically in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, right? But Port Royal, I don't know that I would call the town maybe the Fairbury of the East, but these fans here are very similar, right? They're dirt late model to the bone. The town actually really kind of gathers around the racetrack and the fairgrounds here. And if you don't think that's true, I'll give you an example. Whenever I turned on to 6th Street to pull into the racetrack tonight, I actually almost ran over Mark Richards because he was walking down the street from the racetrack going to the gas station in town. Luckily, I did not.
We're glad.
But it was close.
Don't run over Uncle Mark, and don't run over Danny Snyder. He's in the 4S on your screen on FloRacing out of Green Lane, Pennsylvania. The HG Performance-powered Kryptonite race car.
Absolutely.
The Mastrocola Hauling Virtual Essence hair design. They did your hair today, James.
Yeah,
on the 4S of Danny Snyder.
Sure, thanks for that. Also, there's the 80 car. That'll be Great Deal. Is he the new real deal?
He's
Great
a big deal. He's a big deal.
The 80 car, New Cumberland, Pennsylvania, his hometown.
Maryland. It's Maryland.
Maryland.
Right?
Well,
yes.
Close enough, right?
Well, they border each other. Tomato. How about behind him in cart 24, Dylan Yoder, Yoder Nation. 3 wins on the year for that driver out of Middleburg, Pennsylvania. It's good to be back. 2-time defending Port Royal Speedway track champion, the Strauss Electric, Valley Supply, Broadband Networks, and Ingram's Fuels 24 race car.
Currently 6th in the points here at Port Royal on Saturday nights.
What about the guy behind him in the 2J?
2J is Justin Weaver, currently 2nd in the point standings. Clear Spring, Maryland. I got the right county. Right county and state,
county,
right?
State, locale, township.
That's right. Got his first career win here a year ago in that 2J car. Glad to have him with us here tonight. Again, 44 cars in here tonight. And again, it's a complete new show tomorrow night. So if there's anybody out there watching, got a late model, come on out, right?
Yeah,
pay your entry fee like everybody else, and let's go racing tomorrow night for $150,000 feature purse here tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Ben.
cash your paycheck, go buy a late model, bring it out tomorrow. The 1Z, that is feature, I said paycheck. Logan Zarin out of Hookstown, PA, the Pro Power Racing Engine Longhorn 1Z, the All-American Framers entry. And on the racetrack behind him, And car number 18, it's not known as the 118. I'm going to roll with the 18 on it. And that is going to be Matt Cochran out of Williamsport, PA. I think he watched the Little League World Series. The Longhorn race car, Ram Truck Repair, Cochran towing Penske. 18 star, if you will. Behind him,
Pennsylvania.
How about this guy? He's awful fast here. Chris Ferguson out of Mount Holly, North Carolina. Spartan Transportation, Live Oak Aesthetics and Family Dentistry. Clements Powered Stinger for Chris Ferguson. And Jonathan Davenport, James, you got the scoop. They had some issues getting here.
Well, they had a turbo go out of the truck on their way over in Zanesville, Ohio, so they had to stop. They had to unhook the trailer and use someone else's rig, right, to get over here.
That's not
rolled
fun.
in here late.
Also in this set, the 60 of Dan Ebert on your screen, Lakeshore, Minnesota's O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year contender. And earlier on your screen, the 66C of Matt Cosner out of Ridgely, West Virginia. One win on the year. That came at Bedford Speedway. Fastest car in that set, a 17.885. Jonathan Davenport, he said, I don't need no turbo on the hauler because I got the heavy right foot in the 49. And our current Midwest Sheet Metal points leader going after a fourth Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series title in 2025. And as we talked about, James, he and Hudson O'Neal, the winningest drivers in the history of the Lucas Oil Series here at Port Royal, each with 3 wins. That's a cool shot. I tell you what, our videographers do a great job here at Port Royal Speedway, and the one and only Adam Martz is down there. And Daryl Canfield's down there. I lied to you. The one and only Daryl Canfield. They move him around. I'm used to Adam being down there with me.
We are. We was there last week at Batesville. Almost got taken out by a tire, right? He and Landon, right?
But look at him now. He's here.
They did fine. There's the 79 car currently leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase in the Billy Hicks H&H Auto Sales NobodyWalksNC.com. That is Donald McIntosh. Donald McIntosh. He comes to us out of Dawsonville, Georgia, behind the 06 car. That'll be Mike Lupfer. Mike Lupfer out of Shermansdale, Pennsylvania, in the 06 car. And he's here tonight. He is in the Batch Carpentry Lupfer Drafting Services Longhorn with a Pro Power for the 06 of Mike Lupfer.
With a J. Dickens powered Longhorn, that's Colton Flinter in the 48 on your screen. One win on the year that came at Lernerville a couple weeks ago. The All Comfort Heating and Cooling Fast Andy Racing River Salvage entry for Colton Flinter, the 2022 Port Royal Speedway Track Champion. And behind Colton, I believe that's going to be the number 0 car, and indeed it will, of Andrew Yoder. 7 wins on the year. 3 of those came here at Port Royal Speedway out of Middleburg, Pennsylvania. The Clements powered Rocket XR1, Creekside Auto Sales, Strauss Electric, and Stein Trucking, all sponsors for Andrew Yoder in the 0.
The Larry Bear-owned car. He is currently in the points here.
He is,
he's down the list. He's won here twice, though, but he's not in the top 10 currently.
How about this 44 car? He's won a few times in a few places.
How about Chris Madden? How about last weekend second in that Kale Green 44 car down at Batesville out of Gray Court, South Carolina?
Brandon Shepard right there behind him. 5 wins on the year. Picked up a prelim win at Batesville last week. The Valvoline Performance Grading, Soyber Calf Wrenches, Ace Metalworks entry. Going after his first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series title this year. Behind him, the 111 car of Max Blair. He loves this joint. He's awful good here out of Centerville, Pennsylvania. The Centerline Motorsports, Creek Pizza and Pub, Riggs Fiber, Upstate Auto Group, 111 for Max Blair. 10-time winner this year is Max Blair, former O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year. Speaking of O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year, how about the driver behind him in the 22 car, Daniel Hilsebeck out of Earlham, Iowa. Currently right now in the thick of things as he battles with Donald McIntosh, who leads the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year standings.
Dan Stone also out there.
Devin Moran.
And the 2 car, Devin Moran. Brandon Shepard right now, 18.159 of the Valvoline. Celebrity Calf Ranch's Rocket 1. Again, Shepard comes in tonight 5th in the points in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The 5-time defending World of Outlaws Series champion, 5-time Dirt Track World champion is Brandon Shepard. Again, tomorrow night we'll be back. $50,000 to win tomorrow night, plus the modifieds. And then next weekend, it'll be the Hillbilly 100. That'll be for the first time at Lernerville Speedway. There'll be a complete show on Friday night. And then Saturday night, that race started in 1967, comes to Lernerville for the first time. Should have a great field of cars for that as well.
That place will be packed next week.
Yeah.
Will be a tell you what, Lernerville, you talk about racetracks that have very knowledgeable fans. Port Royal Speedway, definitely one of those. Lernerville too. You don't go in there without your notes prepared because they will call you out if you don't have the right info. They're students of the sport. I love it. And look at that, you've got Carl Short's Hillbilly 100 flyer right there in front of you.
$10,000 to win, a complete show next Friday night, the 29th, and Saturday, $30,000 to win at Lernerville next week. For more information, go to Lernerville.com. It's not LernervilleSpeedway.com, right? It's not Lernerville.com. Well, Hayes Mattern is the 9 car. He's on the racetrack right there. Currently 5th in the points here at Port Royal on the weekly show. He is in the Weekender Potato Chips. Apex Homes, that's a Longhorn out of Beavertown, Pennsylvania for Hayes Mattern. Behind him is the 157. He's in a Rayburn tonight. I thought I'd just throw that out there.
He's got a Rayburn horn.
He's got a Rayburn horn. That is back into the Longhorn. That'll be Mikey Marler. Mikey Marler, the Quick Supply. Bruning Rock Products, 157, doing double duty here this weekend, running the modified as well. He is out of Winfield, Tennessee for Mikey Marler.
The D19 on your screen, a one-time winner this year, Mapleton Depot, Pennsylvania's Dylan Stake, fourth in the Port Royal standings as one win came here at Port Royal in the limited late model division. The 10-man auto body shop, Wagner's Excavating, Penske D19. And the 15K, I was joking with him, he's out of Georgia, but he's done a lot of racing in the Northeast with Bruce Kane. He said, I've almost got 6 fans up here now. Will Harrington, 4 wins on the year. One of those came at Potomac Speedway.
I think that was last week, right?
It was earlier this year. It was all about doors, Watermelon Park. 5M construction entry for Will Harrington. He's won in a stock car. He's won in a limited late model. He's done it all. And the 24 car, well, he is a legend up here. He's a legend everywhere. Scrub, Rick Eckert out of York, Pennsylvania. 5 wins on the year for the Vic Hill powered Rocket XR1 Dryden Suburban Bowl. SL Schinberger dump truck service entry for Rick Eckert.
Rick Eckert, 19 career wins here at Port Royal.
10 car on your screen. Dave Stam out of Millmont, Pennsylvania. The Masters built Seth's Racing Engine. Deal on wheels. Dave's Auto Repair. Car 10 for Dave Stam. So this will be the last set of hot laps here in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. The 21 car, Chad Myers out of Hampstead, Maryland. The Baron Ford power plant under the hood of the XR1 Rocket chassis. Bosley Towing, Sharp Farms entry 9th in the Port Royal standings for Chad Myers. The 93 of Carson Ferguson out of Lincolnton, North Carolina. The Paylor Motorsports, Hoopah Grading Company, Franklin Enterprises, Coleman Farms Racing. Longhorn chassis for Carson Ferguson in car 93. Currently 9th in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series standings. And the 93 on your screen. A little bit different look on that race car. Corey Lawler out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. The Pro Power Racing Engine. Longhorn, Dryden, Kaufman's Auto Clinic, and Sunoco Race Fuels. All sponsors for Corey Lawler. And how about...
He wanted to thank All About Wraps as well for that new wrap.
He did. It looks good. And how about the 09 from Montana to Port Royal, Sun River, Montana's Michael Leach. And then a guy on the screen that's had a lot of success here, James. Hudson
O'Neill currently 3rd in the championship points. The Big River Steel Wheeler Metals, number 71 for SSI Motorsports out of Martinsville, Indiana, and Mikey Marler, 18.370. So it slowed down a little bit there as we went through 4 sessions of hot laps for the 44 entrants. So they'll make their way back to the pit area. We'll get ready to go here shortly, very shortly, with All-Star Performance Time Trials, Ben.
All right, so coming up next, limited late model qualifying as Goodfield, the limited late models here, Earl, and they're lining up. And talk about the format tonight and what these guys are going to be going for on this program. Or we flip it around, we're going into Lucas Oil. Okay, all right, well, we flipped it around a little bit. We originally had the limited late model time trials.
Sorry, Earl.
Things are changed. Hey, Earl, just kidding.
Got to be on our toes, huh?
It's a fluid situation at Port Royal tonight.
Yeah, I'm one less plastic box, though.
Yeah, James, how do you feel about destroying Earl's plastic box?
He said there was nothing in it. And
I mean, that is true.
Water everywhere.
Well, water everywhere. I mean,
the water's still in the bottles.
But the people at home don't know that, so I'm going to make this.
All that to put a Lucas Oil presented by FloRacing.
It's just water. It's only water.
DJ, it's only water, DJ. And James, he was angry today.
Who does that to Earl Hoon Jr.? I mean, was James trying to read his handwriting, or what was happening up there? I don't know, but stick around. We will be back with All-Star Performance Time Trials for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
The My Race Pass app is your motorsports headquarters on race night. With over 800 organizations across multiple forms of motorsports, you'll always have the information you need in the palm of your hand. Race day information with official entries, lineups, live timing and drag racing timing slips, official results, point standings, announcer audio, fantasy racing, and so much more. Don't be left in the dark on race night. Download the My Race Pass app today in Google Play and the App Store. My Race Pass, the ultimate racing resource.
Hey race fans, have you set your Dirt Draft lineup yet? Dirt Draft is the fantasy racing app you can download right on your phone. Pick a team of 5 drivers within your $100,000 salary cap, and the better they do, the better you do. You earn points to spend in the Dirt Draft Speed Shop for all kinds of cool stuff, from t-shirts and hats, race tickets and pit passes, or even a season pass to FloRacing. New subscribers even get a free Dirt Draft t-shirt. Download the Dirt Draft app now from the Apple App or Google Play Store.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is back big for 2025 as the Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP kicks off in January and concludes at the season finale at Eldora Speedway in October. Drivers will battle for over $1.3 million with $250,000 awarded to the series champion at Eldora Speedway. Don't miss the action all season.
You have to fight to pull ahead, to find your edge, to do whatever it takes to make you 1/10 of a second faster, smarter, more committed than the other guy, because you've got the kind of passion that can overcome the impossible. And we've got the most powerful performance race fuel available to help you do it. Sunoco Race Fuels. Take the lead.
Save your lunch money for.
Welcome to the High Limit Room.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by Big River Steel, developing sustainable steel made with the world's most advanced mini mill technologies. Lucas Oil, keep that engine alive. And UNOH, turn your passion into a career. Welcome back to Port Royal Speedway, the Speed Palace, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing on a beautiful Friday evening. As we weren't sure a moment ago, more confident now. All-Star Performance Qualifying is coming up next, James. Group A and B tonight. Group A will make up heat races 1 and 2. B will make up heat races 3 and 4. Dustin will talk to the All-Star Performance Fast Qualifier. And James, as we get down toward the crunch time of the cutoff for the Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP, the 4 championship drivers, 10 points each and every night is the Fast Qualifier. It is very important if you want to have a shot to be in the top 4.
And tonight's show has no bearing on tomorrow night either. Again, they're 2 completely separate shows. Again, $10,000 tonight, $50K tomorrow night. So we invite you on out tomorrow night. Great weather forecast, and we got 44 cars here ready to go here shortly. Well, Michael Norris is going to be up first. He clinched the track title at Lernerville for the, fifth time. He is in the Nico DeBecco Rocket, and he's out of Sarver, Pennsylvania.
You got it that time.
That's right, Nico DeBecco. Yep. I've been wanting to say that for like 10 years.
And then you immediately go Badecco. You call him Nico Badecco immediately.
There you have it.
And you killed the plastic box.
Michael DeNorris, right?
DeNorris.
DeNorris.
Jarrett Day Dustin.
I mean, that would at least separate the Sarver, Pennsylvania driver from the Fairbury Speedway and Mars Late Model Championship announcer.
Yeah, there's Michael Norris's everywhere. We had 3 iterations of Norris not that long ago. James, first 3 All-Star Performance qualifiers.
I saw Stevie Norris last week, right?
In his jean shorts.
That's right. The Millerstown Pickup Park, Thorough Concrete, Weather Capital Sales, Woods Rod and Custom, Todd's Auto Body, DOD Auto Salvage. That is a Rocket Pro Power. He'll be followed by the 76 out of Evans, Georgia. That is Brandon Overton. Brandon Overton into Longhorn, Clemens, Carto, Southern, Big Dog, Stump and Tree. Napa Auto Parts, Bill Stein, Roof US, UNOH, Dude Wipes, Messiah Valley Transportation, Heartbeat Hot Sauce, 76.
And one more on the Speedway.
It's going to be the 15K. That'll be Scott Flickinger. He's out of Elliotsburg, Pennsylvania. The Flickinger's Paws and Claws. Flickinger's Heating and More. Faust Machine and Tool Rocket.
All right, so Michael Norris's best lap in 18.915. That was his second one. Second fastest, Brandon Overton, the time to beat in 18.414. Scott Flickinger, 20.428. So Brandon Overton, time to beat with an 18.414. I think that Jeff Ryan's track record of a 17.470 is going to live to fight another day. So Overton, fastest time so far.
Next will be the 66. He's out of Huntington, Pennsylvania. He's in the Border Financial, Nutella Ridge Camp, K&K Seal Coating, Sheffield's Auto Sales, Claycomb Excavating, Longhorn, Clements. That is Justin Can. Justin Can is 66. He is followed by the 58 out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, Garrett Alberson, the Roberts Racing, Low Voltage Solutions, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Sunoco, Titan Racing Products, Dickey's Doghouse, Cheap Cars, Fertilizer Solutions, 58, and Ricky Thornton Jr. He is in the Hooker Trucking Knights Companies, Coleman Farms Racing, Ultimate Towing and Recovery, Elite Ready Mix, Capital Waste, Longhorn, Cornet tonight for the 20-hour T-bin.
Alberson second fastest, Justin Can third fastest, lap number 1. Thornton second fastest. 3 good ones in this set, man. I tell you what, laying down some solid laps. Justin Can currently 4th fastest. Lap number 2 moves up to 3rd, 18.775, his best lap. Alberson currently 4th fastest. Lap 2, it's going to be not any better. Lap 1, his best lap, he'll stay 4th fastest. And Ricky Thornton Jr. does not improve either. So Ricky Thornton Jr. second fastest, Justin Can 3rd, Garrett Alberson 4th, chasing Brandon Overton with an 18.414.
And these are Group A, which will be 1 and 2 tonight. Up next will be the big perm, the 18D. It'll be Dalton Wilson. He is currently 8th in the championship points out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. The James Ratliff, Grandley Farms, MG Auto Sales, the Auto Outlet, Innovative Community Solutions, Keltner Contracting, JR Motor Sales, B&L Construction, Cheap Chevrolet, Newport Lighting Design, Longhorn Clements, Ross Robinson. He's into Delmarva Hydraulics, Stokely Materials, Commonwealth Equipment, ML Joseph, Sand and Gravel, The Frozen Farmer, Wesley Collins Builders, Rocket Clements, and Gary Stuhler. Langenfelder Mechanical, Ernie D's Enterprise, SKS Equipment, Maple Grove Machining, Longhorn Vic Hill, number 4 in his 50th year of racing.
Dalton Wilson, 3rd fastest, 18.669. Ross Robinson, 7th fastest, 19.150. Gary Stewart, 8th fastest, 19.155. Dalton Wilson was 3rd fastest on lap 2. Lap 1, lap 2, can he pick it up? Yes, sir, he will. Second quick, 18.453 for Dalton Wilson. Ross Robinson was 7th fastest on lap 1. Lap number 2, not going to be any better. He'll stay 7th fastest. Lap 2 for Stewart, and Stewart will not improve either. So Stewart 8th fastest, Robinson 7th, Dalton Wilson 2nd fastest behind only Brandon Overton.
Up next to driver, he is 3rd in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase, 4th in the Topless 100 last week, the 60 out of Lakeshore, Minnesota. It'll be Dan Ebert. Dan Ebert, the Collins Brothers Towing, Minnesota Truck Headquarters, Woody's Racing, Christensen Group, that's a Rocket Durham. Followed by the 4S out of Green Lane, Pennsylvania. That'll be Danny Snyder. Danny Snyder and the Snyder's Mobile Wash, PPC Lubricants, Dryden, Virtual Essence Hair Design, Mastrocola Hauling. That's a Kryptonite Vic Hill, followed by the 80D out of New Cumberland, Maryland. That is Greg Deal. Greg Deal in the Longhorn, Barron's Racing Engine, McClure Company, Baker Door Company, Ambient HVAC Collective, United States of America Veterans Fishing Adventures, Right Away Powder Coating, and Batra City? Yes, Batra City.
That's what your writing seems to say.
It does say.
It actually can say a lot of things.
Batra City. That's a Longhorn for the ADD of Greg Deal. So right now it's Brandon Overton, Dalton Wilson, Ricky Thornton Jr., and Justin Can, your top 4.
Good lap for Can.
He can do it.
He can do it. I see what you did there. I approve of that message. Batra City.
Batra City. What did I say?
I don't know. It could be the one.
The Bat Cave.
The Bat Cave. The Bat Signal. Lap number 1, Dan Ebert, 7th fastest, 19.120. Danny Snyder, 10th, 19.577. And Dylan, lap number 1 of the Greg variety, 11th fastest, 19.624. Lap number 2, Dan Ebert was 7th fastest on his first approach. Lap number 2 for Ebert. Ebert up to 4th, good lap, 18.662 for Dan Ebert. Danny Snyder, 10th fastest, 19.560, his best lap. That came on lap 2. And Greg Dill, 11th fastest. So Dill, 11th, Snyder, 10th. Dan Ebert, 4th, best out of that set, an 18.662. Brandon Overton with an 18.414, still the fastest lap of the evening.
Up next, Ben, the driver currently 6th in the points here. 18 career wins with Port Royal. It'll be the 24 out of Middleburg, PA. It'll be Dylan Yoder. Dylan Yoder, the Strauss Electric, Whitecap Robinson Septic Service, Wetzler Funeral Home. It's a Rocket Durham. Followed by the 49, your current Midwest Sheet Metal points leader, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, 91 career wins. It'll be Jonathan Davenport. He's out of Blairsville, Georgia. Lance and Darla Landers, Double O Motorsports. That is a Longhorn Clements tonight. Nutrient Ag Solutions, Donna Grosseed, ASC Warranty. Mark Martin out of Make a Plumbing, the Carolinas. Midwest Sheet Metal 49 in the 66C out of Ridgely, West Virginia. That is Matt Cosner. Matt Cosner, the R8 Flat Mechanical Contractors. Nelson Auto Sales, Global Truck Outfitters. Benson Designs, Mighty Auto Parts, GRP Distributors. That's a Rocket Durham for Matt Cosner in 66C. Time to beat 18.414 by Brandon Overton.
Lap number 1, Dylan Yoder, 10th fastest, 19.198, 10.198 for Dylan Yoder. Car 24, Jonathan Davenport, 4th fastest, 18.565. And Matt Cosner, 12th fastest, 19.392. Davenport was 4th fastest on his first lap, the best of the trio. Lap number 2, Dylan Yoder, 11th fastest. His first lap was his best one at 19.198. Lap 2 for Davenport, will he improve? He will not. He'll stay 4th fastest, 18.565. And Matt Cosner, 19.027, 9th fastest. So Davenport 4th, Cosner 9th, and Yoder 12th as we get down toward the last 7 or so qualifiers here in Group A.
So Trevor Feathers and Greg Satterley not coming out. Satterley was leaking fluid in the lineup chute, by the way, so see what happens with him. It'll be the onesie out of Hookstown, Pennsylvania. That'll be Logan Zarin. Logan Zarin, the All-American Framers, Napa Racing, Lovell Enterprises, Schwartzmiller, that's Transport, and Brandon's Lawn and Landscape, Tomai's Towing, and Zarin Truck and Automotive. It's a Longhorn Pro Power, followed by Clay Harris in the 6 out of Jupiter, Florida. He is at the Longhorn, Scott Bailey, Wilkerson Farms, Impact Electrical, Dunright Construction, National Fragile X Foundation, Universal Cable Systems, 12 Kings Construction, Supply number 6, and Matt Cochran, the 118 Star, actually, Williamsport, PA. He's in the Keystone Rail Recovery, Houchins Insurance Group, Victory Seats, Penske's by JDS, Nut Monkey Tools. You got that? Longhorn Pro Power for the 118.
Zarin 14th fastest, Clay Harris 10th, now Cochran 10th fastest. 3 drivers looking to pick it up here on lap number 2. Logan Zarin was a 19.445 on lap 1, currently 15th fastest. Lap 2, will he improve? Yes, sir, he will, just a tick. 19.220, he'll move up to 14th fastest. Lap number 2 for Clay Harris, 10th fastest. His first lap was his best one, and Matt Cochran 15th. His first lap was his best one as well. So Zarin 14th, Cochran 15th in that set. As getting down to the last few qualifiers.
Should be a couple of more.
Yep.
How did Cochran get out of Williamsport today with the Little League World Series still going on, right?
Well, I mean, he's going to go back tonight.
Did you play Little League Baseball? I assume you did.
I couldn't play with those kids now, much less back then. I mean, those kids have got more athletic ability in their little toe than I have in my entire body.
There you go. Justin Weaver, the 2 J's up next. He is out of Clear Spring, Maryland. He's in the Knowles Fire Protection, Chassis Logistics. Breeden's Live, is that what I said? Breeden's Live Sales. Is that what you got?
That's what it says.
GDC,
Don't doubt yourself, James.
GDC and Solutions, Payne Contracting. That's a Longhorn Pro Power, followed by Chris Ferguson. He is out of Mount Holly, North Carolina, in the Brian Connor. That's a Stinger with a Clemens, Sunsong, Live Oak, Aesthetic and Family Dentistry, Animal Care Clinic, Spartan Transportation, Schaefer's Racing Oil, Spray Foam Technologies, Heckles Plumbing, and Gentry Used Auto Parts and Recycling. Sponsor the 22 of Chris Ferguson.
Unofficially, this will be the last 2 cars in Group A as Trevor Feathers and Greg Satterley did not make the call. Lap number 1, Justin Weaver, 18th fastest, 19.714. Chris Ferguson, 16th fastest, 19.484. It has been fascinating watching the Little League World Series, though. Those kids are super talented, super emotion. That's what sports are all about, man.
By the way, Justin Weaver currently 2nd in the Port Royal points behind Rick Eckert as he comes to the checkered flag.
Lap 2, we'll see if he can pick it up a little bit. And a little bit faster on lap 2, but still 19th fastest, 19.649. Chris Ferguson stays 16th fastest, 19.484. That should wrap up All-Star Performance Group A with Brandon Overton, unofficially quick overall, 18.414. As Brandon Overton this year, 4 before tonight, All-Star Performance Fast Qualifier Awards, went after his 5th one tonight. Behind him, Dalton Wilson. They'll be on the poles for heat races 1 and 2. They'll be joined on the front row by Ricky Thornton Jr. in the first heat, Jonathan Davenport in the second, and then Dan Ebert, Justin Can, Garrett Alberson, Michael Norris, Matt Cosner, and Clay Harris, your top 10 in All-Star Performance Group A. James, they'll reset the clock, reset the lineup, and we get now set for qualifying in Group B, presented by All-Star Performance. This will determine the lineups for heat races 3 and 4 here this evening.
So Dan Stone, Big Brother leadoff Group B here.
You think he played Little League baseball?
He surely was a center in basketball or a power forward,
He was probably 6 foot tall when he was 12.
He was. Remember, the dog was bigger than Tyler Reddick back at East Bay. Remember those
Remember
days?
the time the dog ate the GPS off the dashboard? They didn't know how to get to the next track. DJ, I think.
Yes.
JD. It was JD, wasn't it, DJ? That was his dog's name. Right?
Oh, man. I actually thought the dog's name was Brother. But, yeah, the dog. No, I'm serious. And the dog, number 1, the dog was taller than Tyler Reddick. Tyler, if you're watching, we're sorry. But we both know it's true. And number 2, yes, the dog dog ate the GPS. They were on their way to somewhere in the Mid-Atlantic, if I'm not mistaken.
I feel like we were having a World Outlaw swing. We were at Big Diamond, and he was trying to figure out how to get to Potomac the next day. And Tim Chrisman was the series director for the Outlaws, and he said, Warren, talking to Dan's dad, he's like, can you not have a GPS? He goes, I do, but during the feature, I think it was JD at the time. JD ate the GPS.
Well, remember, when he had the 21D, he had his own car there that he's driving now for the 2 car, but the 21D car. Remember that he had in the garage, and the mice ate the wiring out of the engine, right?
Well, I think they built a nest inside the motor, and he got to East Bay, and they cranked it up, and it burnt the motor down. There's been some stories out of that Stone camp, and yeah, all 8 of Tyler Reddick's Rookie of the Year campaigns, the dog was taller every year than Tyler Reddick.
Dan Stone, by the way, the 1999 Penn Can Speedway track champion.
Ooh, deep grab for DJ. DJ, we're glad to have you back, buddy. It's
good to be back.
Hasn't been the same without the family here. Well, James, you see him lining up the next set of cars in the pit area. I assumed Group B was ready. I was incorrect. Sorry, Tiffany Swisher. As again, the heat race laps for 1 and 2 are in the books, 3 and 4. And a year ago tonight, James, none of us are supposed to have favorites, but I think everybody was excited a year ago when Garrett Albertson got that first win. A lot of the crews congratulated him, and man, he did it in photo finish style. I mean, I remember DJ was waiting on the official call, and you weren't having it. You go unofficial, and you go, it's official.
I wasn't having any of it, was I? Yeah, I mean, if we have 50 races a year, I'd soon see 50 different winners, right? I mean, we love impartiality.
And we love it when the local guys win.
That's right.
That's especially fun.
Dan Stone, the Super Deuce Motorsports number 2. Ben out of Thompson, Pennsylvania, the captain's preferred products. BA Custom Headers. Deep Grove's Radiator. That's a Longhorn Vic Hill, followed by Colton Flinner out of Allison Park, PA. He is in the Johns Towing, Fast Andy Racing, River Salvage, Stands Transmission Service, All Comfort Solutions, Heating and Cooling, Jake Brake, Pittsburgh Epoxy Flooring, and Belisario's Restaurant. That is a Longhorn. For the John Johnson owned 48 into Mason Ziegler, the Rocket Clements, Green Lane, RBS Truck Collision, RBS Auto and Trailer Sales, Harris Walmsley Enterprises, and BX Logistics Group 25Z.
You did it. Well, lap 1, Mason Ziegler was fastest, 19.186, and Dan Stone, Colton Flinner. Lap number 2, making way to the Sunoco checkered flag, and Dan Stone will not improve. He will stay second fastest. Colton Flinner does improve. He goes up to second, pushes Stone back to third. Mason Ziegler, time to beat a 19.186. So it's Mason Ziegler, Colton Flinner, Dan Stone early in Group B.
Yeah, 2 former Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year there, Mason Ziegler and Colton Flinner. Colton Flinner currently 3rd in the points here, 9 career victories here at Port Royal. It should be Brandon Shepard, should be up next in the number 1, 5th in the championship points out of New Berlin, Illinois, the Valvoline, Sorbet Calf Ranches, Franklin Enterprises, Petro Towing, Performance Grading, Gunners, Honey Ace Metalworks, Sunoco, Collins Brothers Towing, number 1, followed by Daniel Hilsebeck, the Manning Chiropractic, 22 Enterprises, Big Deal Car Care, Hilsebeck Farms, Finish Line Body and Paint, Adams Snow Removal, Alley Auto Sales, that's a Capital Clements and Chris Madden, the Transtel, Henderson Amusement, Jesse's Well Pump and Filtration, Millwood Plumbing, the Cale Green owned Longhorn Vic Hill, 44, second last week at Batesville.
Brandon Shepard top the leaderboard, 18.896. Daniel Hilsebeck third, 19.486. Now Madden third, 13.460. Let's see if Shepard can pick it up on lap 2. He was fastest on lap 1. Lap 2, not going to be as fast. Or time to beat an 18.896 for Brandon Shepard. Lap number 2 for Daniel Hilsebeck. 4th after lap 1. Moves up to 3rd, 19.354. And Chris Madden now up to 2nd, 18.919. So Brandon Shepard, fastest time so far in Group B. Then it's Chris Madden 2nd, Daniel Hilsebeck 4th.
Up next, another former Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year. He did that a couple of years ago to be Max Blair, the 111 out of Centerville, Pennsylvania, the Brad Spochess, Centerline Motorsports, C&J Dairy, Creek Pizza and Pub, Upstate Auto Group, Dean Auto Group, Creekside Auto Sales, One Stop Collision Care, Murphy's Logging, TLW Transport, Gable Inn, and Riggs 5 Deer Lakes Bowl. That's a Longhorn Clements, followed by the 99. It'll be Devin Moran. He is out of Dresden, Ohio. He is in a Cornet-powered entry tonight. Longhorn chassis for Double Down Motorsports. Big River Steel, Lazy Days RV, C&W Trucking, Hazen Services, Millwood Plumbing, Anthony's Pizza, Pee-wee's Record Service, McHugh Chrysler, Dodge Jeep Brand, Car Source Auto, Red Oak Pub, Refuel Wellness, Smoky Mountain Speedway, Holland Haskell's, and then Donald McIntosh, the H&H of Los Hills, Coleman Farms Racing, Nobody Walks In, C, Albert Custom Homes, Rich Haven Ridge Principal Financial, Gambler Performance, Predator Custom Trailers, Longhorn Clements, 79.
Max Blair, third fastest, 19.108. Lap number 1, Devin Moran, 19 flat. He'll go third fastest, pushes Blair back to 4th. Donald McIntosh, he's got some work to do. 9th fastest on lap 1 at 20.179. Max Blair on lap number 2. And he will not improve. He stays 4th fastest. Lap 1 was his best lap. Devin Moran was 19 even on the first lap. Lap 2, gonna be much better, 18.887. Quick time for Devin Moran. Donald McIntosh 9th fastest. So Donald McIntosh 9th fastest. Max Blair 4th. Race fans, a new quick time in Group B. It'll be Ohio's Devin Moran with a 18.887 time to beat here in Group B.
Up next, he's a 2-time winner this year here at Port Royal. It'll be Andrew Yoder. He's in the Larry Bear Zero Wise in the middle of Pennsylvania. He's at the Creekside Auto Sales, Stein Trucking, Big Wrangler Ranch, Strauss Electric, Windview Truck and Trailer Repair, Rich Transmission, also Susquehanna Surplus. Thank you. Too many S's there. Susquehanna Surplus, right, Earl? Smitty's Tree Service, that's the Rocket Clements, followed by Mike Lufer out of Shermansdale, Pennsylvania. He's in the Longhorn Pro Power, Batch Carpentry, Lufer Drafting Service, Karuba Chiropractic, Miller's Racing Parts, Mid-South Building, and Dave Stam, the 10 out of Millmont, Pennsylvania, the Masters Build, Seth Racing Engines, Dave's Auto Repair, Deals on Wheels Auto Sales, Jay's Automotive, Boomerang Bar and Grill, and Precision Powder Coating 10S.
You had a lot going on there. Mike Lufer, 10th fastest, Andrew Yoder, 11th, and Yoder's going to go for a 4-wheel free slide. He draws the Coltman Farms caution as the 0 goes around. Should have called that Babs instead of Susquehanna. There was a lot going on over there. You got them, though, man. There's some fun sponsors in the pit area here today, and we appreciate each and every one of them. Please support them whenever you can. Let them know where you heard about them at the racetrack. Yoder is going to pull it straight to the infield. It's a tough break for the 0 car of Andrew Yoder. No stranger to victory lane here, but a little bit of bad luck to start the night. So Mike Lufer, he's got 1 lap on the board. 10th fastest, 20.021. And the 10 car did not get a lap, I do not believe.
Dave Stam, second time ever with us in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. This year they've had 7 late model races here at Port Royal. Greg Sadley's won 3 times. Eckert and then Andrew Yoder's won twice.
Lufer on lap number 2 and a little bit faster, but he'll stay 10th fastest, 19.952. Lap number 1 for Dave Stam, 11th fastest, 20.607. You about wiped out. As one more lap for Dave Stam. Lufer currently 10th fastest here in Group B. About half of the group has gone so far. And talked about Greg Satterley winning 3 races here this year. He just seems to have no luck when Lucas Oil comes to town. The mechanical issues for qualifying. Lap number 2, Dave Stam will stay 11th. Mike Lufer 10th. Devin Moran, the Dresden, Ohio driver, 18.887, the time to beat in All-Star Performance Group B.
Up next, Ben, it'll be the 15K, the Bruce Kane Racing entry. It'll be Will Harrington. Will Harrington out of Hawkinsville, Georgia, the All About Doors, Jerry Siding, Roofing and Windows, Haywood Marine Construction, TNT Sweeping, Portalet, Watermelon Park, Clopay, that's the Rocket Clements, followed by the 93. Nice All About wraps on that car. Hanover, PA, Corey Lawler, the PPC Lubricants, Poncho's Racing Products, Creekside Auto Sales, Sunoco Race Fuels, Longhorn, and then Rick Eckert, current points leader, 19 career wins here at the port. He is in the dry dean, M&M Painting and Construction, Suburban Bolorama. Ali Oopsie, Sports Bar and Grill, Rocket J. Dickens. 2 times a winner here this year at Port Royal, the Hall of Famer, Rick Eckert.
Yeah, and Eckert actually rocking the Vic Hill under the hood now. He's got a J. Dickens and a Vic Hill. Will Harrington 9th on lap 1, a 19.756. Lap number 1 for Corey Lawler, 12th fastest, 19.986. And lap number 1, Rick Eckert, 10th fastest, 19.903. Lap number 2 for Harrington, and he'll stay 9th fastest. He's won at East Alabama, Potomac, and Cochran this year. Nobody else can claim that hat trick. Corey Lawler, 10th, 19.813. And final approach for Rick Eckert. He's got some work to do. 11th fastest, 19.865, his best lap. So Lawler 11th, Lawler 10th, Eckert 11th. And Harrington, the fastest of the 3, 9th fastest.
Get Eckert with a Vic Hill power plant in the hood tonight. Up next will be the 157 doing double duty tonight at Winfield, Tennessee. It'll be Mike Marlar. He is in the Skyline Motorsports. That's a Longhorn Clements tonight. Quick Supply Company, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Truck Country, Bruning Rock Products, Canada Auto Salvage, Brown's Heavy Equipment, Olson Explosives 157. Followed by the 93 out of Lincoln, North Carolina. That'll be Carson Ferguson. He's in the Paylor Motorsports, Longhorn Clements, Hoopall Grading Company, Live Oak Aesthetic and Family Dentistry, Coleman Farms Racing, Sparks Oil Company, Buddy's Automotive, Brad Benton Trucking, Baker Mitchell Company, Triple Electric Pro Fabrication, Boone HVAC, Solidified Concrete Floor Solutions, and the 21 out of Hampstead, Maryland, 9th in the points here. That is Chad Myers. Chad Myers in the Bosley Towing, Sharp Farms, Rocket Pro Power, 21 on the track.
About lap 1, Mike Marlar, second quick, 18.891 for Mike Marlar. Lap 1, Carson Ferguson, good lap, 7th fastest, 19.206. Chad Myers on lap number 1, 17th fastest, 20.450. Marlar not far off Devin Moran on lap 1. Lap 2, will he get there? Survey says he will not. He will stay second quick with an 18.891. What about the 93 of Carson Ferguson? He'll stay 7th fastest. His first lap was his best lap. And lap number 2, Chad Myers, 17th fastest, 20.439. So Chad Myers, 17th fastest, Carson Ferguson, 7th. Mike Marlar, second quick, an 18.891.
Up next, the driver currently 5th in the Port Royal Late Model Points at Beavertown, Pennsylvania, the number 9. That'll be Hayes Mattern. Hayes Mattern, the Weekender Potato Chips, Apex Homes, Creekside Auto Sales, Ross Construction, Millwood Kitchen, Sealands Grove Ford, Creamer Funeral Home, Hawks Landscaping, B&R Contracting, Longhorn Clements, followed with a 71 third in the points. That on Martinsville, Indiana, that'll be Hudson O'Neill. Hudson O'Neill, the Todd and Vicky Burns, SSI Motorsports, Cornet Power under the denied of that Longhorn. Big River Steel, Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding Company, Sunoco Race Fuels, Subsurface of Indiana, Professional Concrete Cutting and Drilling, Westside Tractor Sales, O'Neill Salvage and Recycling, Dyno One Inc., Indiana U Triple SA, Fast Pitch Softball, Bob and Tammy Burton, Houchins Insurance Group, Bobcat of Batesville, and the 09 at the Sun River, Montana, the Lowenbro Motorsports entry. That'll be Michael Leach. Michael Leach in the Dust Pods, Willow Ranch, Hellraiser Jacks, Longhorn Cornet 09.
You've done it. You have
got
done
it,
James. You've done it. Lap number 1 for Hayes Mattern, 19th fastest, 20.708. 20.708 for Hayes. Hudson O'Neill, 8th fastest, 19.319. How about Michael Leach, 5th fastest? Missing data on your screens, but 5th fastest, 19.041. Lap number 2, we'll see if Hayes can pick it up. Hayes Mattern, he does, 13th fastest. He picks up several spots, 19.728. Hudson O'Neill will go 9th fastest. His first lap was his best lap. And lap 1 was the best one for Michael Leach. Michael Leach, 5th fastest, 9th. Hudson O'Neill and Hayes Mattern, 13th fastest in car 9. Supposed to have one more to go.
One more.
Dylan Stake.
2 more.
Well, Michael Leach he didn't show up. He was in that set. So he actually went. He was missing data in the last set. So we're looking.
Which would there be, Michael Leach or missing data?
Missing data right now because missing data is 5th fastest. Michael Leach has no time to his credit. And here's your final.
Dylan Stake.
We're going to have 2 of them, James.
The triple zero, the late arrival, yes. Okay, it'll be Dylan Stake. He is currently 4th in the points. He's at a Mapleton Depot, Pennsylvania. He's in the Rocket Barons, Wagner's Excavating, 10-man body shop, Williamson Salvage, Penske Shocks, Wayne's Water Conditioning, and Carlocks Used Cars, Frico Incorporated, D19 in the triple zero.
Dale Murphy.
Dale Murphy, not the former Atlanta Brave Hall of Famer, right? Is he in the Hall of Fame?
We also had somebody different in that car at Speedway, did we not? Dylan
Yes, we
Stake was 20.029, 19th fastest. Dale Murray.
Murphy,
23rd?
it is Dale Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy, 23rd fastest. All right, so Dylan Stake, 1 win on the year in the limited late model division right here at Port Royal Speedway. He was 19th on his first lap. And on lap 2, he's going to stay 19th fastest. Dale Murphy in the triple zero. And he will not improve, 23rd fastest. So Dylan Stake 19th in the D19, the triple zero of Dale Murphy 23rd. Just like that, All-Star Performance Group B in the books. Devin Moran will pick up 10 points in Group B with an 18.887. He's 4th in the standings. That's important. Mike Marlar, 2nd fastest. They'll be on the poles of heat races 3 and 4, joined on the front row for those heats by Brandon Shepard and Chris Madden. Then Michael Leach with a great qualifying effort, 5th fastest. Max Blair, Mason Ziegler, Chris Ferguson, Hudson O'Neill, and Daniel Hilsebeck, your top 10 in Group B. Just like that, the E-Race lineups are set, but we're going to talk to your All-Star Performance Fast Qualifier. I do believe Dustin Jarrett's made his way down. Overall tonight, scheduled to be Brandon Overton. Then, DJ, that'll be Overton's 5th Fast Qualifier award, and he's another guy, it seems like on the back half of the season, he's started to pick things up.
Yeah, that team has found some speed here in the back half of the season for sure. Brandon Overton coming into this event still with a shot maybe to make that top 4. We'll see. Got a little bit of ground to make up, though, as you talked about, Ben. You also mentioned his 5th All-Star Performance Fast Time Award of the year. That number 5 actually matches his best finish in this race back in 2023. Brandon Overton finished 5th in the Rumble by the River here with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. He's going to make his way out here to grab a word with us. He'll be down here momentarily, guys.
I'll have him down there, and then we are going to have the limited modified timed hot laps. They'll be coming out, and then opening ceremonies here tonight as you see the town of Port Royal. Beautiful little town, man. I tell you what, if you've never been here, get here early. Go walk around town. There's some cool businesses. And I'm going to make my way over to Hazard's Distillery tomorrow. Each year we go pick up, support local businesses, take those back home, and it's really cool. They really do a lot. They love the racing community, and DJ actually told me about them, and it's one of the coolest locales you'll ever check out.
Yeah, it absolutely is. This guy may be there as well, but he'll take some home with him. Brandon Overton, for the 5th time this year, you're the All-Star Performance Fast qualifier. You've been to Port Royal a couple times, including earlier this year. Did you notice anything different about this racetrack tonight than maybe what you saw here in April or when you ran this race in 2023?
Well, we did a lot better qualifying than we did last time we were here, but yeah, it's just Port Royal. It's a tricky place. It's big and fast, and it gets slick. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it. I just want to thank all the guys back at the shop at Longhorn. They built us this car last minute, just trying to give us the best chance we can to where we can turn our season around a little bit. So I just want to thank all them guys back at the shop for busting butt. It doesn't go unnoticed, man. We appreciate it, and we're trying hard as we can. Just want to thank all of our sponsors, and let's see if we can keep this thing up front.
All right, how about a round of applause, Port Royal, for the driver out of Evans, Georgia. Brandon Overton is your All-Star Performance Fast qualifier here tonight.
Yeah, and the boss man in the house, he came by the tower earlier. Steve Arpin here checking things out tonight. The beautiful hillsides here outside of Port Royal Speedway. And again, right around the corner, it's going to be time for, literally and figuratively, limited modifieds, timed hot laps here tonight, then open into opening ceremonies, and it's going to be a fast-paced moving program from there as we welcome Earl and Brad back to the broadcast. And guys, nothing like some timed hot laps to keep the party going.
Yeah, and this is the first ever visit by the Modified Mafia series here to the Port Royal Speedway. They brought a strong 27-car field. We're not going to have a B main for those drivers coming up later on in the program. All cars will qualify throughout their heats. But you mentioned it, in just a matter of moments, we are going to get drivers out trackside for timed hot laps. They will start heads up for the heat races coming up later on in the program.
Earl, I'm going to put you on the spot. If you're around this area, give me a restaurant or a cafe that's a must check out if you're new to this area.
Well, it all depends on what you like, but I will say OIP at the top of the hill. That's a go-to sub shop.
Okay.
All right, sub and pizza shop. However, I would highly suggest if you're around the area for breakfast, Brad, I would say probably the Juniata Junction.
Yeah, Juniata Junction's a good one. There's the Grumble by the River going on in town tomorrow.
Yes.
At the Port Royal United Methodist Church right in town. But yeah, if you're not here for the Grumble by the River, the Juniata Junction's a good spot. The Thompsontown Cornerstone Deli and Restaurant. You just turn right here at Rudders, go about 5 miles. You'll come up on that. They have great breakfast as well.
I love it, guys. Such a cool area, and again, beautiful weekend. If you're watching at home on FloRacing, get out here tomorrow. Check this out in person. And how often do you think, Earl, that the river's name is mispronounced?
Quite often, I think. I mean,
it's not Juanita.
It's not Juanita. We all know it's not Juanita. And I wanted to say something to James. It's Susquehanna, not Susquehanna.
I was going to let him roll with it.
We'll go
That's why I
with
said Babs, Susquehanna.
Yeah,
Let's make it easier, Babs. Yeah, Babs.
But, yeah, you know, it's Primo Country in just a few weeks. Obviously, we're going to be done here at the Port Royal Speedway. Next week, we kick off the Juniata County Fair with the annual running of the Butch Renninger Memorial on Saturday. And then we have the Labor Day Classic and then the big 3-day Tuscarora 50 featuring the Kubota High Limit Racing Series. And the reason why is we have some projects taking place here. We have a 5-year plan.
Yeah.
We got we're going to extend the grandstands there here on the main straightaway down off of turn number 4, putting in a couple elevators as well. And we're going to pretty much fill the place with suites at the top of the grandstands. So we have a 5-year plan here, but we have cut the season short last couple years so the crews can get that. They don't really have to battle Mother Nature when we get into the winter months with snow, you know, the elements, and plus not far, Penn State football.
It's coming, man. State College is right down the road.
Right down the road, baby.
This
yes,
could be
sir.
James Franklin's year. We're going to find out. Oh, listen to this guy.
Oh,
sorry.
The Penn State
okay.
Nittany
Let's
Lions,
calm down.
Probably the national champions this year. I'm just saying.
Here, I'm going to break up the fight. It's time for the timed hot laps as the limited mods are making their way out.
So, again, we have 27 cars registered for the Modified Mafia Series. These are timed hot laps. We will introduce these drivers when they roll trackside. Don't forget to check out the Port Royal Speedway novelty stand before you leave here tonight. Kathy Kaufman can get you hooked up with your official Speedway merchandise. Plenty of hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, you name it. Make sure you check out the Port Royal Speedway novelty stand before you leave here this evening. Right now, rolling into turns number 1 and 2, he is the points leader with the Modified Mafia Series. That's going to be the 35 of Michael Altobelli rolling trackside.
Joining him out there, you've got the 9R of J.P. Roberts Jr. out of Gallipolis, Ohio in the 9R. Then trailing him from Bedford, Pennsylvania, you got the 610 of Dan Patterson. And then from Mifflintown in car number 35, we got David Stremme.
Lethal Chassis not far from the Port Royal Speedway, probably about maybe 10 miles up the road. But yeah, Juniata County home to Lethal Chassis.
There you see car number 7D. That's TJ DeHaven out of Winchester, Virginia. Also out there for Stokes Apparel and Prime Electrical Solution timed hot laps for the Modified Mafia out here right now as times start to come in as they click off for their first laps. Right now, David Stremme, fastest so far with a 21.078.
So laps coming in, Michael Altobelli second quick with a 21.460. J.P. Roberts Jr. third quick right now with a 21.862. Dan Patterson on his first lap at 22.888, fourth quick. TJ DeHaven fifth quick at a 23.817. Stremme slower on his second lap with a 21.101. He's still at the top of the board with a 21.078. Michael Altobelli slower on his second lap at a 21.647. J.P. Roberts Jr. in the 9R still third quick. He was slower on his second lap at a 21.924. Dan Patterson still fourth quick, also slower on his second lap at a 23.260. So the checker flag waves. These drivers will head into the infield. As they're at the line, J.P. Roberts Jr. improved on his second lap. Still third quick with a 21.703. So right now, David Stremme setting the pace here in Stokes Apparel Prime Electrical Solutions timed hot laps for the Modified Mafia Series. Michael Altobelli second quick, J.P. Roberts Jr. third quick, Dan Patterson fourth, and T.J. DeHaven fifth.
The next 5 cars scheduled out to take time. This driver will come from Low Gap, North Carolina. Driving the T9 will be Zach Tate as they make their way down out of staging here on the front straightaway. Going on track now in the 11L out of Sherrills Ford, North Carolina. That is Troy Loomis, again in the 11L, out there heading through turns number 1 and 2. There you have the 8W. That's Spike Moore doing double duty with us here tonight. Spike Moore in 8W. You also see him in limited late model competition. Then from Everett, PA, in the 58W, you've got Bo Akey. There goes there in turn number 1. That's the 58W of Bo Akey. And then you should see coming out on track the 90 of Ray Cable from Westminster, Maryland. As these guys will see the green flag now for their timed hot lap session.
Now we already got a car hitting the outside guardrail in turns number 3 and 4, so the caution flag is going to wave.
That appears to be the 58W of Bo Akey, who is facing the wrong direction there just as they started to get the green flag.
Brad, this is pretty much the only time of the year that we have these E-mods come into the Port Royal Speedway. Normally we have the 410 sprints, the super late models, the limited late models, the 305 sprint cars, and the big block modifieds with the short track super series in the beginning of the year. So pretty much this is the only time or when the E-mods show up here to the Speed Palace.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've had modifieds with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series and the Rumble by the River here in years past. They've always put on a really great show.
Oh, yeah.
So very excited to see what the Modified Mafia has in store for us here the next 2 nights.
So they have had 10 different winners with the Modified Mafia Tour. Drake Troutman, Cole Falloway, Ty Norder, Michael McGee, Chris Arnold, Michael Altobelli, Austin Holcomb, Kyle Strickler, and Cole Hilton.
So able to get the 58W Bo Akey back facing the right direction and rolling under his own power. So track officials clearing the speedway there in turn 3 as we'll look to get these guys back up to speed.
Again, David Stremme, fastest overall right now in Stokes Apparel Prime Electrical Solutions timed hot laps.
There's one other car out there, didn't get to hit yet. He's from Newton, North Carolina, in car number 6. That's Ryan Ayers. Ryan Ayers in car number 6. David Stremme right now with the time to beat at a 21.078 as these guys trip the clock for their first time here in Stokes Apparel Prime Electrical Solutions timed hot laps.
First lap time for Ray Cable will go second quick at a 21.317. Ryan Ayers fourth quick at a 21.645. Spike Moore sixth quick at 21.775. Bo Akey eighth quick at 22.250. As Ray Cable still second quick, slower on his second lap at 21.607. Ryan Ayers also slower on his second lap at 22.461. Troy Loomis seventh quick with a 22.179. Spike Moore improved on his second lap in the 8W, sixth quick at a 21.760. Ray Cable moves up the board second quick right now at a 21.231. Ryan Ayers slower on his second lap at 22.743. Troy Loomis moves up the board seventh quick right now at a 22.090. Spike Moore third quick now. He improved on his second lap at 21.363 as drivers seeing the checkered flag this time by. Ayers slower, 21.785. He's still fifth quick. Troy Loomis, 22.223. So these drivers are going to head into the infield. They're still all chasing David Stremme as he is still fastest overall. Ray Cable second, Spike Moore third, Michael Altobelli fourth, and Ryan Ayers fifth.
As the next crew of cars make their way out. Of course, here at the track, we've got a Junior Fan of the Night winner, Francis Freeland. You are tonight's Junior Fan. You can head out to the fan zone after opening ceremonies to get your prize out there. And then Steve Burge, you are the winner of the coffee maker out there as well. So again, you can head over to the fan zone after opening ceremonies to claim your prizes as the next crew of cars out to take time.
And with the format with the Modified Mafia Tour, top 6 out of Stokes Apparel Prime Electrical Solutions timed hot laps automatically qualified for the A main event coming up. So again, the top 6 fastest drivers out of timed hot laps go directly to the A main.
So cars out there, you've got the 7T of Evan Taylor out of Salzburg, Pennsylvania, joined by the driver of car number 28 from Frewsburg, New York, will be Mason Lobb. Then scheduled to come out the 08 of Sam Lilly from Raleigh, North Carolina. Jonathan Taylor in the 5 out of Salzburg, Pennsylvania. In the 17X of Darren Hoover out of Huntington, PA. And then the 35D of Ryan Dolan from Kaiser, West Virginia. Leave all the cars out there to take time in this hot lap session. So again, David Stremme, he sits on top with his 21.078 time to beat right now in UMP Modified qualifying.
Michael Altobelli is the points leader coming into the first night of the Rumble by the River with the Modified Mafia Tour. Ray Cable out of Sykesville, Maryland, second to points, 545. Altobelli, the point leader, with 583. Chris Arnold out of Hanover, Virginia, third in the points with 504. Ty Norder out of Mooresville, North Carolina, fourth with 382. And Austin Self out of Statesville, North Carolina, rounds out the top 5 with 363. As chief starter, Rob Kirk looking the field over. His assistant, Ryan Benny, on the left side of your screen, takes care of the wheel and safety lights here at the Port Royal Speedway as the sun starts to set over the Speed Palace. We do have a car stopped in the middle of turns number 3 and 4, hence for a little bit of a delay. But Brad, now this track is going to go through a transition with the sun starting to set behind us.
Yeah, it's been a warm day, and the sun beats right down on the racing surface until it can duck behind either the main grandstands or the ridge. So as you can see, most of the track has begun to get into shade from about the middle of turns 3 and 4 up the front straightaway, but turn 2 and the backstretch still getting a little bit of sun to it yet here for the next, say, 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That sun is very blinding when you make your way off of turn number 2 and head down the back straightaway, but the track will officially be pretty much in the shade here in about another 10 to 15 minutes. The moisture will come back out. Another tip of the cap to the track crew. They were out here all day long, very early in the morning, applying water out to this beautiful track surface that we have here to kick off the Rumble by the River weekend. As the track is clear, we're going to wind them up and turn them loose one more time. Again, David Stremme still fastest overall in Stokes Apparel Prime Electrical Solutions timed hot laps. And 27 modified signed into the pit area. As drivers are seeing the green flag this time by. So right now, Sam Lilly is going to be 9th quick at a 22.071. Jonathan Taylor, 7th quick at 21.724. Darren Hoover, 11th quick at a 22.116. Now Ryan Dolan, 9th quick at 22.011. Evan Taylor moves up the board, 5th quick at 21.622. Sam Lilly slower on the second lap at 22.502. Taylor also slower on his second lap at 22.084. Still 8th quick right now. Hoover slower on his second lap, 22.915. Ryan Dolan improves up 9th quick right now with a 21.939 as we have cars getting together in turns number 3 and 4.
Got the 5 of Jonathan Taylor up there in turns 3 and 4, and then you got the 08 of Sam Lilly. The cars getting together here during timed hot laps and the calls for the caution flag.
You see some body damage on the left rear quarter panel of Lilly's 08.
Not too often you see full contact timed hot laps.
Yeah, right? And they were very strict with the guys in the driver's meeting. We were able to sit in on that, and they say, boys, you know, give yourself some room out there. These are timed hot laps because these do set up the lineups for the heat races later on. Let's head down trackside.
Hey, guys, to be fair, Lilly actually lost the handle of that car first. Taylor came in there, and he stabbed the brake to try to keep from getting into him, and he lost the tail end as well. Taylor's car had actually spun up to the outside wall and made contact with the outside wall, and then with the Lilly car also.
Thank you, Dustin Jarrett.
He truly sees it all, Earl.
He does.
He's a man of the people.
No doubt about it, and I'm so happy that he is here. You know, obviously he has not been feeling well for about the past week. I was able to catch up with him early this afternoon, and he's looking good, and he's feeling good, which is really what matters here. So good to have Dustin Jarrett back here at the Speed Palace.
If we can just work with him on his sports teams, he'll be completely better.
I agree.
That's all we need. That's all we need. All right.
So here we go. We're going to wind them up and turn them loose one more time. Again, David Stremme still fastest overall. Ray Cable second quick. Spike Moore third. Michael Altabelli fourth. Evan Taylor fifth. As the heat races for later on tonight will be lined up straight up here after Stokes Apparel Prime Electrical Solutions timed hot laps.
What we should have following this group, 2 more to follow for completing time qualifying or timed hot laps here for the modified Mafia. As checkered flag waves here on this group, David Stremme remaining up on top with his 21.078. Final car comes across, looks to be no change inside the top 5 as it stands right now. With David Stremme on top with that 21.078. So 5 more cars will come out to take time, scheduled to come out of Mechanicsville, Maryland. And the 28L will be Owen Lacey. Should also see out there the 0 from Winchester, Virginia of Davin Kaiser. And then you'll have Alyssa Rowe out of Chambersburg in car number 55. The 5T of Ty Norder from Mooresville, North Carolina, scheduled to come out as well. And then the 72 of Todd Nieheiser from Panama City, Florida in car number 72. They are the 5 cars that are scheduled to come out for this session of timed hot laps. There you see the 28L of Owen Lacey out there heading down the back straightaway. That there's the 0 of Davin Kaiser from Winchester, Virginia. Also out there, you've got the 55 of Alyssa Rowe, again from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, going underneath the original Italian pizza sign there, just off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway.
Again, the Modified Mafia Tour returns here tomorrow night, as the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series will go for $50,000 here at the Port Royal Speedway for the Rumble by the River finale. If you'd like more information about tomorrow's event, make sure you check out our website at portroyalspeedway.com. Plenty of pre-race activities. We're going to have an autograph session taking place inside the commercial building. Brad mentioned Grumble by the River breakfast style. Going to take place in the morning down here in town. We have all of that on our social media page. Make sure you check out the Port Royal Speedway Trackside Media on Facebook and Port Royal Speedway on the X as the green flag is back out. So times starting to come in. Devin Kaiser, 14th quick, at 22.282. Alyssa Rao, 13th quick, at 22.156. Ty Norder, 16th quick, at a 22.472. Todd Nieheiser, 9th quick, good lap for him, at 21.804. Devin Kaiser, 14th quick, at 22.155. Rose slower on her second lap, 22.391. Ty Norder improves on his second lap, still 17th quick, at 22.326. Nieheiser slower on his second lap of 22.077. Still 9th quick. Devin Kaiser 14th quick, slower on his second lap, 22.318. As Alyssa Rao slower on her second lap at 22.896. Ty Norder improves. 16th quick at 22.227. Owen Lacey 19th quick at 22.994. We have a car stopping. One now gets going. That is the reason for the caution flag. It looks like that's Kaiser in the 0. So the track is clear. Green lights coming back on. See the 28L Owen Lacey, 19th quick right now. And Stokes Apparel Prime Electrical Solutions timed hot laps. This checker flag is out. Ty Norder improves, 11th quick at 22.051. Todd Niedheiser, 8th quick at 21.713. 8th quick. We'll get the final car by Alyssa Rao, still 16th quick at a 22.156.
So should be final 5 cars or final crew of cars out to take time. Scheduled to come out, you'll have the 71D from Warren, Pennsylvania, will be Dan Davies, and then you'll have George Dixon out of Shirleysburg, Pennsylvania, in car number 77. Out there as well in car number 51 from Bedford, PA, will be Mark Patterson. In the 5M, Mike Marler out of Winfield, Tennessee, and then in car number 84 out of Henrico, North Carolina, will be Ryan Toole. Again, those should be your final set of cars out to take time here for their timed hot lap session.
So right now, top 6 in Stokes Apparel Prime Electrical Solutions timed hot laps. David Stremme, Ray Cable, Spike Moore, Michael Altobelli, Evan Taylor, and Ryan Ayers. Top 6 drivers after timed hot laps automatically get locked in for tonight's A main event.
Those top 6 being the Otwell Exterior Services for the shootout, as we've got a car into the outside wall in turn number 1. Believe that to be the 28 of Mason Lobb, potentially up there in turn number 1.
Lobb made hard contact with the outside guardrail as he set the car up in turn 1. So there was a flash fire there on the rear end of Lobb's machine. That is the reason why the safety crew was deployed into turn 1.
How about you take a look at the river there? The mighty Juniata River running right through Port Royal here. The sun setting over the ridge there just behind us, but man, it doesn't get much prettier than that, huh, guys?
No doubt about it. James Essex, just so you know, the bridge is open. I don't know if you crossed over it, you know.
He actually swam across the river today. Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep. He's back. He went and got him something to eat right before we started these timed hot laps, and he's back. He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
He is quite the swimmer. Training for the Olympics, I bet.
Well, he was a high school athlete, believe it or not.
Oh.
Yeah, I think, hurdles, right, James?
Oh, hurdles.
Yeah. Oh, we overcame a lot of hurdles in life. No, you ran track, right, James? There we go, track.
He was probably top prospect for the Hoosiers.
He was actually born before the movie Hoosiers. The time frame was made. So yeah, he loves his Indiana Hoosiers.
The high dive. He was a high diver as well.
The movie Back to School was loosely based on his life.
He did a very dramatic 580 off the high dive.
The triple Indy.
Yes, his junior year. His second time he did his junior year.
Well, Lob, I tell you what, made hard contact with the wall down in 1 and 2, trying to get that sorted out. Tiffany, I tell you what, there's some big events coming up on Flow. Do you have that queued up? As we can take a look at, man, look at that sunset. Amazing. Yep. And so a lot of big events coming up, major events. The World 100 at Eldora Speedway, September 4th through 2nd. Turkey Night Grand Prix, one of the coolest settings for a racetrack over at Ventura, California on November 29th. Of course, the Gateway Dirt Nationals, December 4th through 6th. The Snowball Derby at Five Flags, December 4th through 7th. Earl, what if I told you there's a driver that's going to run both of those? And those details are coming soon to Flow. He's going to be spending a lot of time on an airplane that weekend, and he's going to be running a dirt late model at the Dome and a pavement late model at the Snowball Derby. And it's going to be a lot of our frequent flyer miles out of that weekend. Details coming very soon for a driver that comes to us from the NASCAR ranks. His name's not Kyle Larson. It's so that right there. I was like, what's Larson?
Yeah,
of course he'd do that.
Right.
Yeah, we got that. Those details coming very soon. So that's going to be a fun one to watch that weekend, but a lot of big events coming up. Earl talked about the Tuscarora coming up here, and man, what a staple, what a huge event. So much history with that. A lot of great stuff coming out. Check out FloRacing. Check out social media, the app, the website, all kinds of stuff. And of course, Flow, more than just racing, all kinds of different sports. Head over to flowsports.com as the sun disappears here just behind the front straightaway at Port Royal Speedway. Time hot laps, we're going to get all the gremlins out of the way during the time hot laps, Earl.
Yeah.
I got faith.
I'm with you,
we
brother.
Have to believe.
I'm with you.
Brad, do you believe?
I'm with you. 100%.
Okay, all right. A lot of positivity. I don't know if Dustin
That's a
Jennifer
Penn State graduate, too,
oh,
by the way.
My. Hey, man, I tell you, is this the year for James Franklin?
I'm not making any promise.
Okay,
I will
he
not
says
put
no.
my
That's
name
all
on
I know
anything.
there, Earl.
I will not
I
put my
heard
name
no.
on anything.
I heard a big no.
I'm all in. I'm all in. Like, they're all in on remodeling Beaver Stadium. Well, I'm all in on the football program. I'm telling you, we're going to be in contention for a national title this year.
I like that. Well, right now, everybody's in contention for a national title. That changes in about 2 weeks.
It does.
You can only get your heart broken so many times, guys. I can't allow myself to be hurt that bad.
It's sports are a humbling endeavor. You're going to have your heart broken 4 more times. But, man, is there anything better than college football around the corner?
Man.
A lot of great season-ending dirt track events. This is a great time of year. And y'all's weather up here, I know you thought it was warm today, but 80 degrees compared to the rest of the country, we'll take it all day long.
No doubt about it, but you can see the pace starts to quicken. This green flag is back out. We get back underway with the Stokes Apparel Prime Electrical Solutions timed hot laps for the modified Mafia Tour. As laps come in, Dan Davies will break into the top 5 right now. 4th quick with a 21.391. George Dixon, 11th quick, a 21.849. Zach Tate, 20th quick, a 22.637. Mike Marlar, 3rd quick at a 21.340. Dan Davies slower on the second lap at 22.716, still 5th quick. Dixon slower on his second lap at 22.030. He's still 12th quick. Tate still 21st quick at 22.637. Ryan Toole, 22nd quick right now at a 22.680. Mark Patterson, 23rd quick at 22.779. Marlar improves, still 4th quick at 21.335 right now. As the checkered flag is being displayed, Dan Davies, 6th quick. George Dixon, 3rd quick, 21.262. And how about it? Mike Marlar moves up the board 2nd quick at a 21.093. And that will do it. That will wrap up Stokes Apparel Prime Electrical Solutions timed hot laps for the Modified Mafia Tour. As remember, top 6 locked into tonight's A main event. David Stremming is fastest overall with a 21.078. Mike Marlar, 2nd quick, a 21.093. Ray Cable, 3rd quick, a 21.231. George Dixon, 4th quick, a 21.262. Spike Moore, 5th quick, a 21.363. And Dan Davies, 6th quick at a 21.391. Well, that is going to wrap up all of hot laps here for night number 1 of the Rumble by the River here at the Port Royal Speedway. We are going to take a short commercial break, but when we come back, we are going to have tonight's opening ceremonies.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the opening night of the Rumble by the River here at the Port Royal Speedway with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Glad to have everyone with us, whether you're at home or here on the grounds. If you are here on the grounds, it's time to get underway with this evening's opening ceremony. So if you're able, we ask you to please rise, and gentlemen, remove your caps. First, for this evening's invocation, I'd like to welcome our track chaplain, Mr. Doug Malott.
Hey, thanks, Dustin. Appreciate it. And fans, when Lucas Oil comes to town, it's always a great thing as they bring as well a worship service. And I want to mention about Dirt Racing Outreach. They're going to be 2 o'clock tomorrow before the autograph session there takes place. So if you get an opportunity, come out with Russ Ward and his wife and just have that great time. You never know what driver's going to show up. So with that said, let's bow for a moment of prayer. So gracious Heavenly Father, tonight we come to you with great honor and praise to be able to know the beauty that surrounds us here in the beautiful Junior Juniata Valley. Tonight, as the sun sets on this beautiful speedway we call Port Royal, we thank you for your gracing us with your presence to be able to be here. Let your spirit reign upon us and let everything go smoothly. Lord, we thank you for your steadfast love. We thank you for all that you do and the continued protection that you put upon our drivers here tonight. So gracious God, as we get ready to be able to rumble by the river, we thank you and we praise you, as all God's race fans said, amen.
That's excellent. Doug, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing now as Mr. Lou Lloyd will honor us with the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I look forward to that every year, Lou. Thank you so much. And that means we've got just one more question to ask. Port Royal Speedway, are you ready? Earl, Brad, this crowd is ready to get rocking. The limited late models will be out first.
Thank you, Dustin Jarrett. Yeah, we're going to have 4 consecutive heat races for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models. They will be 8 laps the distance. Top 5 will be moving on into the A main event coming up a little bit later on in the program. Top 2 finishers out of these heat races will be handicapped for their starting spots in that A main event.
So here's how they'll line up for heat race number 1. On the pole out of Bel Air, Maryland, in the JSI Automotive Maryland Collision Center 21M is Matt Murphy. And to his outside from Dover, Pennsylvania, in the Keller S Remax Wolfpack Transport Fryco Creekside Auto Sales 5W is Travis Horan.
Row number 2 looks like this to the inside from right here at Port Royal. In the Kara Schaefer Group, B&M Diesel Service, RA Cuffs, Electrical Bearings, Race Engines. Car number 92, it's Devin Hart. And alongside him from Mifflintown in the Grassmeyer Auctioneering, Sunnyview Roofing, the Old Hatchery, MHT Transport, car number 23 of Lane Snook.
Starting 5th out of Richland, PA, in the Black Diamond Chassis, Seth Racing Engines, Allgaier Performance, Baker Outlaw Fuel 62 is Devin Fry. And his outside from Petersburg, PA, in the K&K Seal Coating, Williams General Construction 87 is Eric Irvin.
Starting in the 7th position from Duncannon in the Beck's Construction, Morgan Paving, Aqua Fun Pools, Nene's Sub Shop, car number 22T, it's Skylar Tashek. And rolling off in position number 8, the driver is from Duncannon in the Myers Towing and Repair, Williams Custom Catering, car number 24 of Justin Williams.
9th and final starter for heat race number 1. The driver comes from East Freedom, PA, in the Bobby Wyatt and Son Livestock Dirtworks Excavation, Sega Racing Engines, Richie Sandblasting 88 will be Devin Wyatt. So cars will get in behind the John H. Schaefer Dodge Pace Truck as we await just one final car, I believe, to make the call out there.
Yeah, Skylar Tashik in the 22T, letting officials know that he is not going to be able to join this heat race, as the John Schaefer Dodge Pace Truck will duck into the infield If you're new here to the Port Royal Speedway, we go green in turn number 4. We call that the Packers Concession Chalk Line. That is where all the races will get underway here this evening. Again, 8 laps the distance for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Model Heat Races here tonight as Matt Murphy, Travis Horan brings the field down. Here we go. Green flag is out.
Murphy side by side with Horan. The 21M will have the advantages. We'll go 3 wide for that second spot through turns 1 and 2.
Keep your eye on the 23, Elaine Snook looking to go 3 for 1 there on the back straightaway. Tight racing for second on back.
Yeah, fighting for real estate there down the back straightaway. Look at Devin Hart, though, in the 92. Already up there battling for the lead.
Side by side momentarily as they make their way into turns number 1 and 2. Hart trying to take the lead away from Murphy. He will do that, and he's going to bring the 23 Elaine Snook with him. Nose to tail for the top spot into turn number 3. Lane Snook started 4th in this one, and he's going to take the lead away from Devin Hart.
Yeah, what a drive out of Juice Box in the 23 to take the lead there on lap number 2. 6 remain as Matt Murphy looks to battle back to the inside of Devin Hart for second.
Murphy's going to apply the pressure there to the 92 of Devin Hart as they go underneath the Bobby Ray Hall scoreboard. Great side-by-side action for the runner-up spot. Hart runs it up the hill there off of turn number 4. Murphy smoothing straight through the slick, and he will take P2 right at the line.
Devin Hart will look to dive back down to the inside, but Murphy, he's firmly got the spot. In 4th, you got Devin Fry in the 62, and Travis Horan in the 5W. He sits in 5th.
The field is going to see the halfway sign this time by. 4 more laps to go for the opening heat race of the night. It's still all Lane Snook out front. He has a 2.5 second lead over the field. Matt Murphy running second. Devin Hart in that 3rd spot. Devin Fry in P4, and Travis Horan rounds out the top 5.
The 87 of Eric Irvin looking to get in the mix and take that 5th and final transfer spot away from the 5W. He had a good set of corners there in turns 1 and 2. Will work the bottom side of 3 and 4, just keeping them right in his sights as they come to 3 to go.
Lap starting to tick away as Irvin still applying pressure to Horan in the 5W for that 5th and final transfer spot. As this time by, we are going to have a mile to race in this one, just 2 more laps to go.
Irvin has been trying to find an opening. The 88 of Devin White looking to get in the mix there as well, as those 3 cars have the best battle for position going on right now as we're double box. You see the 23 of Lane Snook on his own, and that's what it is right now in this heat race as he takes the white flag.
Yeah, he has a straightaway lead in this one as he sees the white flag final time around. When we look at the stopwatch right now, Lane Snook has almost a 5-second lead, 4.8 seconds as he makes his way into turns number 3 and 4 for the final time.
Yeah, Lane Snook has been dominant all season long across central Pennsylvania and Hagerstown as well. He'll pick up heat race number 1 here to open the night. Battle will be for that final transfer spot, though, coming off of turns 3 and 4. Horan, he's holding on to it. The 88 of Devin White, seeing if he can mount a charge here on the last set of corners. And I believe he was not able to get it. I'm not sure. Scoring does show him. Travis Horan in that 5th and final transfer spot. Devin White, though, didn't come up on timing and scoring, so we'll have to check on that one in a bit. But your official rundown, the 23 of Lane Snook picks up the heat race win. Matt Murphy in 2nd. 3rd, the 92 of Devin Hart. 4th, the 62 of Devin Fry. That 5th spot will be up for contention between Travis Horan and Devin Wyatt. Then you had Eric Irvin, Justin Williams, and Skylar Taschik. Your car's credited in that heat race finish.
So that first heat race was brought to you by Ichabod Beverage, located in sunny Perry County. It's always sunny on race day here at the Port Royal Speedway, and Ichabod Beverage loves you race fans and thanks you for your business. Make sure you stop by Ichabod Beverage on your next trip to the track. Second heat race of the night is brought to you by Harshberger Sub and Malt, serving you at 2 locations, one in McVeigh and the other in Mifflintown. They serve great food in a 50s mood. They offer 24 flavors of homemade ice cream and great daily specials, including 50s Night Wednesdays. You can go like them on Facebook today.
Starting on the pole for heat race number 2, the driver comes from Louisville, PA. The Dillman Hauling, Pensy Supply, Birch Stressman and Son Distributors, Liberty Security Solutions number 11. It's Jackson Garman, and to his outside from Thompsontown, PA. In the Overkill Graphics, Campbell Race Technology 27. It's Caden Rank.
Rolling off in the 3rd position, the driver is from Bunker Hill, West Virginia, and the Anderson Property Management, Erner D's Enterprises, car number 25. That's going to be Braden Anderson. And to the outside of row number 2, 72 we go. He's from Tower City in the TJ Shooter Sports Bar. Campbell Race Technology, Tim Campbell Chassis. Car number 2 star of Sean Miller.
Row 3 is the 86 of Wayne Schaefer to his outside, the 15K of Will Harrington. Row 4, the 72 of Wayne File and the 85 of Gunnar Walls. And then you have the 6 of Austin Lathram. Those are your 9 starters here for heat race number 2 as we head to the Packers concessions chalk line in turn 4.
And just like that, the second heat race of the night is underway. Great start by Jackson Garman as he will lead the thundering herd in the turns number 1 and 2. Side by side behind him. Now 3 wide for P3. A little bit of contact. Close racing off of turn 2.
Yeah, guys trading stickers there in turn number 2, battling for that 3rd spot. We're still side by side in the 27 of Caden Rank. He's going to go around the ring.
So the drivers will come down, and there it is. The caution flag is going to wave as 1 lap is in the book in this 8-lap heat race. See if Caden Rank is able to refire the 27. You see him backing it down the hill. He will tail the end of the line here for this heat race. As lineup is good, caution lights go out this time by.
So Jackson Garman, your leader there on lap number 1. Then you got Sean Miller, Braden Anderson, Will Harrington, Gunnar Walls. They are your top 5 cars in those transfer spots right now. So lights are out on the John H. Schaefer Dodge Pace Truck. Just a lap in the book. 7 remain here in heat race number 2. Heat race 2 of 4 for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models here tonight. Cone has made its way out onto the front straightaway. So restart officially takes place there as they'll come back up to speed in turn number 4.
So the green flag comes back out. See what Sean Miller does here in turns number 1 and 2. Looks down low, Garmin, but Garmin smooth and straight right through the middle side of the racetrack. So once again, he'll already pull out to a 5-car length lead in the 11.
6 of Lathram. Austin Lathram trying to get into the mix there, battling for that 5th and final transfer spot right now, taking it away off of turn number 4, but still in that battle is the 72 of Wayne File trying to take that spot away from the 85 of Gunnar Walls.
That is a battle for that 5th and final transfer spot. So right now, File on the outside looking in. You called it, Brad. The 9th place starter, the 6 of Austin Lathram, trying to find some speed as he works the top side of the racetrack. Everyone working the middle or the low line, but as I say that, Wayne File goes up and pushes to dirty air on Lathram.
Yeah, these guys starting to just feel the Speedway out a bit. A lot of cars were ducking to the bottom side, but you see guys using the extreme top side, that including the 15K of Will Harrington up there just tapping the tin through turns 3 and 4.
Only 4 more laps to go here on the second heat race of the night for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models. Track starting to clean off, the cushion really starting to come into play here in this heat race. It's still all Jackson Garman out front, running second, Sean Miller. Braden Anderson in that 3rd spot, Will Harrington in 4th in the 15K, and Gunnar Wall still 5th.
Yeah, right now it's the young guns dominating in heat races. Lane Snook picked up heat race number 1. Jackson Garman leading in heat race number 2. 2 kids that grew up racing go-karts together and now competing in limited late model competition around central Pennsylvania as Garman will see the 2-to-go sign.
So no change within the top 5 right now. Will Harrington still trying to close in on Braden Anderson for the 3rd position. There's your leader, Jackson Garman. He will see the white flag final time around.
Garman, his lead, a big one right now. It is 4.2 seconds over the 2nd place car of the 2-star of Sean Miller. He'll head into turns 3 and 4 for the final time.
Yeah, and he can shut it off and coast it from there. Jackson Garman is going to absolutely dominate the second heat race of the night and take the win in car number 11. Second will go to the 2-star Sean Miller and Braden Anderson in 3rd.
So with that, heat race number 2 is now in the books. Picking up the heat race win was the 11 of Jackson Garman. Second was the 2-star of Sean Miller. Third, the 25 of Brayden Anderson. Fourth was the 15K of Will Harrington. And in the 5th and final transferring spot, the 85 of Gunnar Walls. Heading to the B main was the 6th of Austin Latham. 7th, the 72 of Wayne File. 8th, the 27 of Caden Rank. And in 9th, the 86 of Wayne Schaefer.
Third heat race of the night is brought to you by Buttonwood Campground, located just 2 miles from the Speedway along the Juniata River on East River Road. With over 270 tent and RV campsites, Buttonwood Campground has an atmosphere of mountains, rolling farmlands, and fresh country air to complete your camping experience. Check out their website at www.buttonwoodcamp.com.
On the pole of heat race number 3 out of Hagerstown, Maryland. In the boom brake tire and alignment, M.A. Wright Building, Rain Ordnance, Crown Eyes Corporation 37 is Wesley Boom Brake, and to his outside, the driver comes from St. Tom, or Pasadena, Maryland, in the Beal & Sons Rocket Integra 81 is Jimmy Jesmer.
Row 2 looks like this to the inside from Harrisburg, driving the 116. It's going to be Travis Meese, and alongside him from Greencastle and the Hammer Down Customs, Chaparro Tavern, Cunningham's Body Shop, Ryco Fabrication 70J, it's DJ Myers.
This starter comes from Thompsontown, PA, and the EV's Hardwood Flooring Overkill Graphics 00 is Harold Rank, and 6th starter from Spring Run, PA, and the 38S will be Colton Freese.
Fourth row will look like this to the inside from Elliotsburg. In the Graham Concrete Construction Advanced Septic Service 22F, it's going to be Arden Fetter. And rolling off in position number 8 from York in the Slankers Towing, Midway Seal Coating, Snellbecker's Auto Sales, York Auto Repair, card number 40, it's Tommy Slanker.
9th and final starter comes from Dover, PA, and the Levy's Automotive Extreme Property Services 25L. It is Jedediah Latshaw. So if you look down at the flag stand, that is our junior fan of the night, Francis Freeland, who will look to set the field green. Caution lights did come back on, as we did have a car not able to keep power, so it ducked off the back straightaway, so we'll look to reset the lineup. But Francis Freeland is the winner of tonight's junior fan of the night. He'll wave the green flag here this evening.
I'm loving the Jimmy Owens shirt he got on there as he's waiting for the field to come down the front stretch to let them know that we are going to go green next time by. But each and every race we have here at the Port Royal Speedway, Brown, we always have a junior fan of the night.
Yeah, they get to wave the green flag. They get to take a ride in the John H. Schaefer Dodge Pace truck. They get a free die-cast trailer from the Port Royal Speedway novelty stand. They get free food from Packers Concessions, a hot dog, a drink, a $10 voucher. They get a free WRT photo pack from their night and everything they got to take a part of. But man, it's an awesome experience they get to have, what the Port Royal Speedway Ministry does for the junior fan of the night.
So third place starter originally was going to be the 116 of Travis Meese. Unfortunately, something mechanically going wrong. He made the hard left-hand turn into the infield. So we got 6 cars here for heat race number 3 for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models. Here we go. The field comes to the Packers Concession chalk line. Green flag is out. We're underway.
Francis Freeland lets the green fly. He's going to let it do the work through the wind as cars battle for the lead into turn number 1.
Jimmy Jesmer will jump out to the early lead. Hot on his heels is going to be DJ Myers. They both roll the bottom in turns number 3 and 4. Cars a little sideways there. Right there is going to be Harold Rank right through the middle. Kind of losing the handling there as they are close here at the flag stand.
Yeah, guys stacking up for position, really third through the field as the top 2 are breaking away. We've got a side-by-side battle there between the 38S and the 25 of Jedediah Latshaw battling for position there into turn number 3.
Yeah, you got 6 cars battling for 5 spots. Top 5 finishers, remember, go on into the A main. Not the E main. We don't have the alphabet soup there tonight, thank God. But we got the A main coming up a little later. As you can see, cars shuffling for position down the backstretch.
Jedediah Latshaw battling with Colton Freese for position. We'll knock off another lap here. Latshaw goes up top. Freese trying to run it down the hill there through turns 3 and 4 as they continue to battle for that 5th and final transfer spot.
Next time by, we will be halfway here in this one as still the battle rages on for that 5th and final transfer. Jared Latshaw now goes to the inside of Freese. Freese right there on the bumper. Come back down to the stripe. Still, that's a great battle for that 5th and final transfer.
Latshaw has it now after trading spots with Freeze. Freeze trying to go a lane higher than Latshaw, but not able to mount a charge off of turn number 2. Trying to keep him in his sights. We're halfway through in this heat race. We're going to go straight into tonight's A main event for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models.
No change within the top 4. It's still all Jimmy Jesmer in the 81 out front, out to a 2.7 second lead. DJ Meyer still running in second. Arden Fetter in third, and Jebediah Latshaw still running in the 4th spot in the 25L.
Jimmy Jesmer, his lead continuing to grow here with just 2 laps remaining. He's out to a 3.1 second lead over the 70J of DJ Myers. Getting out in front in clean air has proven to be pivotal so far through 3 heat races for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models, as Jesmer takes the white flag.
Final time around. Jesmer rolling right through the slick. Well, if he's learning something in this heat race, that's really going to pay dividends, hopefully, coming up in the A main, as he's already off of 4. Checker flag is out. Jimmy Jesmer will win the 3rd heat race of the night, as we'll still look at the battle for the final transfer spot. They will see the checker flag this time by off of 4. Jebediah Latshaw still there. Freeze right there. Those 2 drivers will transfer. That, Brad, is going to wrap up the 3rd heat race of the night.
Picking up the win was the 81 of Jimmy Jesmer. In second, the 70J of DJ Myers. And in third, he had the 22F of Arden Fetter. Fourth was the 25L of the Jebediah Latshaw, the 38S of Colton Freeze, and then the 00 of Harold Rank, Wesley Bonebrake, Travis Meese, Tommy Slanker, all credited there in heat race number 3.
So the 4th heat race of the night is brought to you by Penny and Bank, the official sponsor of the Kids Money Scramble that we had here on August 3rd. Penny and Bank is redefining banking through personal connections and personalized experiences for their customers, that they provide banking and related financial services in your communities. Check them out on the web at pennyan.bank.
4th and final heat race is coming to the post. Here's how they line up. Starting on the pole from Carlisle, PA, in the Coleman's Lawn Service Little Tool Truck 112 is Brandon Little. And his outside from Huntington, Pennsylvania, the Martin Motorsports Racing, Barron's Race Engines, Bill Stein, Ashley Yoder Designs, number 13 is Brad McGinnis.
Rolling off in the 3rd position from Mifflin in the LCRC, Sydney Auto Parts, Zimmerman Truck Repair, car number 79. It's going to be Chase Bowsman. And then starting in the 4th position from Harrisonville in the RK Livestock Hesse Trucking, car number 72B, that's going to be Caden Bard.
Starting in 5th out of Landisville, PA, New York PB Trust, Fryco Leisure Lumber Company 121 is Tristan Niederer. And to his outside in the M&R Livestock Stunt Union Stockyards, Kyle Hardy Racing, Jim McBean Motorsports, number 11M will be Spike Moore.
And 4th and final row will go to the post this way, to the inside from Mifflintown and the Zimmerman Truck Repair, Zook's Tax Service, Terraform riding 28Z. That's going to be Ryan Snook, and alongside him outside row number 4 from Mountain Union and the Hoover Logging, Jagged Edge, Penske by JDS, RS Power Plumber, car number 44 of Sean Shoemaker.
Now, of note, if you're looking out there on the track, Shoemaker signed in tonight as the 44, but piloting car number 1, starting on the tail of the field in this one. So we're used to seeing Shoemaker out there in a 44, but different body on the 44 Sean Shoemaker here this evening. And eyes will be on that back row. Ryan Zook, second in our point standing. Sean Shoemaker, a former track champion, as we look to go green at the Packers Concessions chalk line in turn number 4.
Final heat race for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models comes to life. As Brandon Little got a little sideways as he made his entry in the turn 1, he'll fall back into that 3rd spot. But look who's on the move. The number 1 is Sean Shoemaker. He's already up into 4th, looking to take 3rd away from Little.
Yeah, he's to the inside of that 112 as they're really fanned on out behind him. Shoemaker, he'll take the 3rd spot away there off of turn number 4 as we look to go nearly 3 wide down the front stretch.
Brad McGinnis in the 13 is going to jump out to the early lead. Right behind him, running in 2nd, is going to be Chase Bowsman. Shoemaker in 3rd, as now Spike Moore starting to make some noise in the 11M.
Moore to the outside of Brandon Little for that 4th spot. Ryan Zook, he'll slide into your picture there as well off of turn number 4. He picked off 2 cars on that lap as he was at the tail end of the field, and he'll look to the outside of the 112.
Zucki puts the 28Z right up on the lip in turns number 1 and 2. Has Spike Moore right in front of him right now. Zook is in that 5th and final transfer.
He's working the top side of the Speed Palace right now as he looks to reel in the 3rd place running, or rather the 4th place running 11M of Spike Moore, as he'll go back to the outside. Here's Moore. He wants to reel in the 1 of Sean Shoemaker in 3rd.
Top 5 cars starting to separate themselves from the rest of the field as we have reached the halfway point here in this one. Brad McGinnis in the 13. He has a 1.3 second lead over the field, but keep your eye on Ryan Zook. He has found some speed. That top side's really starting to come in for him.
Yeah, he's seeming to hit a rhythm there a little bit as he goes around Spike Moore off of turn number 2. Really mounted a lot of speed off of the 1st and 2nd corner. He'll continue to go up there as Sean Shoemaker, he's reeled in Chase Bousman for that 2nd spot. Ryan's up close and tow.
Yeah, both drivers that started in the 4th row in this one running 3rd and 4th, really showing some speed here, as now we've got a 3-car battle for the runner-up spot. Chase Bousman, you got company. Shoemaker down low, runs up the hill. Here comes the 28Z at Ryan Snook. He'll get by Shoemaker. He's going to look into the inside of Bousman. He'll take 2nd at the line.
He'll slide and take that 2nd spot away. He'll go all the way up over the cushion there. Turns 1 and 2. Allows Bousman an opportunity to momentarily get back to his inside. But Zook really good there off the 2nd corner. He's got 2nd firmly as we're going to come to the white flag.
Shoemaker still looking to advance his spot. That is a battle for the 3rd position on the right side of your screen. As Spike Moore also going to throw his hat into the ring. Almost maybe we'll have a 3-car battle for the final time for P3 as they make their way underneath the Bobby Way Hall scoreboard. Meanwhile, already off of 4, checkered is out. Brad McGinnis will get the dub. 2nd will go to Ryan Zook, who's going to finish 3rd, coming down to the line. Give it to Sean Shoemaker.
So that completes heat races for the Zimmerman Truck Repair Limited Late Models, with Brad McGinnis picking up the final heat race win. The 28Z of Ryan Zook was 2nd, the 1 of Sean Shoemaker 3rd, 4th the 79 of Chase Bousman, and in 5th the 11M of Spike Moore. Heading to the B main, the 121 of Tristan Nieder, the 72B of Caden Bard, and in 8th the 112 of Brandon Little.
Well, just like that, it's time for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series heat race action here tonight. 4 of them, James. And again, the top 4 out of each heat race will move off to the main event. The winner of Penske Shock's Heat Race 1, they're going to be on the Victory Fuel pole for tonight's 40-lap, $10,000 to win main event. James, let's go ahead and tell them who's going to be starting where in this first of 4 Lucas Oil heat races.
Good to see you again.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute. Penske Shock's heat number 1 on the pole will be the 76. He is in the Riggs Motorsports Longhorn Factory car. It'll be Brandon Overton out of Evans, Georgia. And on the outside, the defending Lucas Oil champion out of Chandler, Arizona, currently 2nd in the points. It'll be Ricky Thornton Jr.
Inside of row 2 out of Lakeshore, Minnesota, Raleigh Auto Parts Rookie of the Year contender Dan Ebert in the 16 to his outside. The driver that got his first career Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win a year ago tonight in thrilling fashion. From Las Cruces, New Mexico, Garrett Alberson in car 58.
Row 3 will be the 66C. That's Matt Cosner. He hails out of Ridgely, West Virginia. And Ross Robinson, he's out of Georgetown, Delaware, in 7.
Inside of row 4, Dylan Yoder out of Middleburg, Pennsylvania. Into his outside in the 18, that'll be Matt Cochran from Williamsport, PA.
And your 5th row will be Danny Snyder in the Kryptonite. He's out of Green Lane, Pennsylvania. Justin Weaver is 2nd in the points here at Port Royal. He's out of Clear Spring, Maryland. And do we have a Greg Satterley sighting in 22? Again, he was leaking fluid in the lineup chute in hot laps. We'll see if he is coming out onto this racetrack.
I don't think we have the truth. And I tell you what, as I remember a year ago tonight, I think he had trouble early in the night, had to scratch. He bounced back. He was a contender on Saturday night. And how about that? Satterley does make the call. He's the last car out of the pit area. So we'll keep an eye on Greg Satterley in car 22. Man, he's awful good here at Port Royal Speedway. Just doesn't have much luck sometimes to start the night with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
3 wins this year at Port Royal, Ben. He's got 23 in his career here as we're behind the race car engineering pace truck. So again, it's a complete new show tomorrow night. So if you're out there and you've got a race car, by the way, 13 of the top 15 in points are here tonight.
That's pretty cool.
For Port Royal, that's pretty awesome. And again, the 19M car, they do maintain perfect attendance. Car owner points with Colt Miller, JCM Motorsports. They'll have Joseph Joyner back behind the wheel next weekend at Lernerville. So, and at 15th spot, very important, $20,000 in point fund money, right? You still get winner circle money, and you're eligible for provisionals, but he is on the bottom of the provisional list. So there you have it. He cannot move up any in that, but he maintains 15th, and 20,000 is pretty good cash, and they're looking forward to 2026, right?
That's right.
Maintaining that attendance.
Yeah, so Colt Miller with Joshua Joyner. With Joseph Joyner, there's a lot of Joyners down there.
It might be Jonathan. It might be.
They all race. Shadow Joyner. As we've got the lights are going down on the Speedway, the race car engineering pace vehicle out front, and we'll keep it on Greg Satterway on the back of the pack. 9 wins this year, 3 come here at Port Royal, a 3-time Lucas Oil Late Model Earth Series feature winner. James, they'll enter the Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone down in turn 4. By the way, talked to Steve Martin briefly yesterday. He's feeling better. He had to leave early from Batesville last week. The Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone, sponsored by Steve Martin. They're in it. They're on it. We're underway. And again, the top 4 move on out of his 8-lapper winner on the pole here tonight.
In this turn number 1, they're side by side. Overton, Ricky Thornton Jr. up top, way up there out of turn number 2. And RTJ will grab the lead. And here comes Garrett Alberson in 58. Alberson started in 4th. He's already up to 2nd as they come out of turn 4. How about Dan Ebert at 60? Ebert 4th in the topless 100 last week. He runs 3rd here tonight, side by side with Overton in a 1-bin.
A rookie in the division, but man, he likes these big tracks. He'll sit in the side of Overton. Overton started up front in this one, but sliding backwards a little bit. He sits in 3rd, battle for that position with Ebert. Meanwhile, out front, Ricky Thornton Jr. He won here last April. He won there this April. Right now, he leads the way in the 20-yard team.
Yeah, the defending series champions have been stuck on 10 wins. Again, it is full points tonight and tomorrow night. Right now, the deficit is 0.8 of a second down the back straightaway. 3rd remains Overton. 4th is Dan Ebert. Robinson on the outside looking in as they come out of turn number 4. Garrett Alberson, can he get the Roberts Racing team going? He's still got 5 laps to go to catch Ricky Thornton Jr.
Man, this place is so fast. Right now, Thornton with a 1.1 second advantage over Alberson. Overton in 3rd, back in 4th. Ebert in the final transfer. Then it's Ross Robinson, Matt Cochran, Matt Cosner, Justin Weaver, and then Dylan Yoder, Danny Snyder, and Greg Satterley. Satterley's actually moved up a little bit. You got to wonder maybe if there's not a transponder on that 22. If they went to a backup car, Satterley's moved up 3 spots so far.
Right now, it's a big lead right now, about 12 car lengths down the back straightaway, 1.4 on the scoring monitor. As we've gone past the Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark, because we'll have 3 to go this time around. Thornton got the lead coming out of 2, and he's led it ever since, and he's got about a half a straightaway lead into turn 1, Ben.
How about Tim Sheets and Hellraiser Jacks? They do a lot to support the sport. $500, the halfway leader. That's what Davenport got back at the North-South 100. And right now, halfway away from him on the back straightaway is Ricky Thornton Jr. They race back to 2 to go. Alberson sits 2nd. It's still Overton 3rd, Ebert in 4th. 4-car breakaway out front. Robinson firmly in the 5th spot. You see the battle for 6 right there. Cosner down low to the inside of Cochran. Cochran's got the spot. James, next time out of 4, they'll see the white flag. The Barrett's Performance 1 to go here in Penske Shocks Heat 1. It has been all Ricky Thornton Jr. since the drop of the green.
52 career wins in the Lucas Oil Late Model Earth Series. McKinley trails Jonathan Davenport after the topless 100 last week by 55 as he takes the white flag from Rob Penrod. Down at turn number 2, Alberson, Overton, Ebert. They stay that way, and they cross the UN08 scales. They will be in the show tonight, Ben.
A 1.7 second advantage for RTJ. Checkered flag flies off turn number 4. The winner of Penske Shocks Heat 1 and your Victory Fuel pole sitter tonight, Ricky Thornton Jr. 2nd will go to Garrett Alberson. 3rd to Brandon Overton. Dan Ebert 4th. He's off to the main event. Meanwhile, Ross Robinson, Matt Cochran, Matt Cosner, Greg Satterley, and everybody else will head off to a B main. Coming home in 4th, Dan Ebert, the Minnesota driver. 3rd will go to Georgia's Brandon Overton. 2nd to New Mexico's Garrett Alberson. And your winner, the Arizona native, Ricky Thornton Jr., the Kohler Motorsports, Ultimate Towing Recovery, Hoker Trucking, Coleman Farms Racing, Knights Companies, Elite Ready Mix, Certified Inspection Services, Capital Ways, Bilstein, EMD Wraps, Midwest Sheet Metal, all sponsors on the Cornet. Powered Longhorn for RTJ. He'll be on the pole tonight. He'll head to the UNOH scales, and then he'll get a word with Dustin Jarrett. As you see Ricky Thornton Jr. down there getting the weight checked out, and he'll roll off for the droop check. Dustin, down to you.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys, down here talking to Zach Friels with the Kohler Motorsports number 20 RT. Ricky Thornton Jr. gets his 21st Simpson Race Products Heat Race win of the year. As RTJ gets around this track really, really well, guys. Of course, he picked up the win in the April race for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing, and 1 year ago in the Saturday portion of the Rumble by the River, he was the runner-up. RTJ, we just said you get around this place really well. You won here in April. What do you like so much about Port Royal Speedway?
I'd say you can run so hard here. I thought I was going to run into the wall there through the center of 1 and 2 that first lap. I'm not quite sure if the spoiler got it or not, but I don't know. I like coming here. Obviously, anytime we can come to Pennsylvania, it's pretty cool. Me being a big sprint car kid, so we can get out here, it's pretty cool. Obviously, it's awesome to have you back. Hopefully, we'll be talking to you again here later.
All right, RTJ, Ricky Thornton Jr. is going to roll from the Victory Fuel pole here tonight, guys.
He wants to be a posse member, doesn't he?
He does. You know, he said, move over, IMC8 Stock Cars DJ. I want the 410 Wing Sprint Cars tonight. He's in the fire-breathing Super Late Models. James, it's time for Summit Racing Equipment, heat number 2.
And the winner starts inside of row number 2. It'll be the 18D. It'll be the Big Perm. Currently 8th in the points, the James Ratliff car. That'll be Dalton Wilson out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And outside your current Midwest Sheet Metal points leader, got his 91st career win, winning the Topless 100 last week out of Blairsville, Georgia. That is Jonathan Davenport.
Starting inside of row 2, Justin Can out of Huntington, PA in the 66. And the N1, how do you say the car owner, James? I'm testing
Nico DeBecco.
You are all over it now. Mike Norris, the Crusher Kid, now 5-time Warnerville track champion in car N1.
It'll be Clay Harris. He's in the 6. He is currently 13th in the points. He's out of Jupiter, Florida. And outside the driver in his 50th year of racing, he's out of Greencastle, Pennsylvania. How about that great run at Lernerville? The final car in the show there in the Firecracker, where we will be next weekend in Lernerville out of Greencastle, Pennsylvania. That is the Beast of the East, Gary Stewart.
And it was a rare start at Lernerville for Stewart. Row 4 will be Logan Zarin, possibly Rookie of the Year contender with the Lucas Oil Series next year in the 1Z, and Chris Ferguson out of Mount Holly, North Carolina in the 22F.
And your final 3 starters, they're all there. It'll be Greg Deal. He's out of New Cumberland, Pennsylvania, the ADD. Scott Flickinger out of Elliotsburg, PA. And Trevor Feathers. I'm about to say Trevor Landrum. Trevor Feathers. He's in the Team Zero car, the 3rd generation racer out of Winchester, Virginia in 27. He did not qualify here tonight.
11 cars, 8 laps, top 4 to the feature. As James said, the winner will start 3rd tonight, and they'll get to talk to Dustin Jarrett, who is back in the game here this weekend at Port Royal Speedway. Right now, Dalton Wilson and Jonathan Davenport, they're going to get the game started in Summit Racing Equipment heat number 2 off of turn number 4. Green flag is up, and man, Dalton Wilson gets a really good start, but he's got Jonathan Davenport in tow.
Yeah, it's hard hit last week at Batesville for the Big Perm out of turn number 2. Davenport's going to get the dig down the back straightaway. Big Perm on the gas. They go side by side into turn number 3. Superman and Big Perm. Jonathan Davenport throws it in out of turn 4. He almost brushed the guardrail, and he's going to lead lap number 1.
Davenport to the lead. Dalton Wilson in second, and no rest for the wicket because Michael Norris is right there with Wilson. Battle for the second spot. Wilson holds serve out of 2 down the back straightaway. Norris in second, and the DeBecco Motorsports in 1. Behind them, Clay Harris having a good run in car 6. Riding on the outside, looking in right now, is Chris Ferguson leading the rest of the pack.
Yeah, Michael Norris clinched his 5th Lernerville track title. Won at Pittsburgh, where we will be coming up in October. That Nico DeBecco car down the back straightaway. How many times can I say Nico DeBecco? You take a drink every time I say it. Here comes DeBecco's car on the bottom with Michael Norris side by side with the Big Perm out of turn 4. Big Perma holding him up, but it's all Jonathan Davenport into turn 1, Ben. The lead is over 1 second. It's 1.5 seconds for the 49.
You give me Nico DeBecco and a triple word play on Scrabble, and nobody will ever beat me. Davenport, 3 wins with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series at Port Royal Speedway, and that's in 18 events. That's not too shabby of a number. He leads the way right now, and he's got almost a 2-second lead over Dalton Wilson. Michael Norris settled into 3rd. Clay Harris into 4th. Harris, man, he struggled mightily the first half of the year. He's had some good runs over the past month or so. And Chris Ferguson running out of time right now, back in 5th. So we work lap number 5. Behind them, Justin Can, Gary Stewart, Zarin, Flickinger, Dill, and Feathers out of this one.
Remember Harris's Lucas Oil run nearly ended back at the Diamond Nationals. They lost a motor. Scott Bailey helped him out. Wilkerson Farms, one of his sponsors. And he's run pretty good. He ran a good run last Friday night at Batesville. But right now, Jonathan Davenport looking for a record-tying 4th series title here this year. That would equal Earl Pearson Jr. and Jimmy Owens right now. Has the lead as we'll head to the Barron's Performance. 1 to go next time around.
Right now, you notice Davenport, man, that car, he keep it so straight on the top of this racetrack. Nice big racetrack, starting to slick off through the middle, cushion on the top. Off at turn number 4, the Barron's Performance, 1 to go. It's all JD all the time with a 2-second advantage with a half mile to go in Summit Racing Equipment Heat 2.
Out at turn number 2, second is still Big Perm. Michael Norris third, Clay Harris fourth. Chris Ferguson looking for a good starting spot in the first B main, but Jonathan Davenport took the lead in turn 4, and he'll lead the rest of the way as he takes the checkered flag bin.
Jonathan Davenport, your winner in Summit Racing Equipment Heat Race number 2. Coming home second, Dalton Wilson. Third will go to Michael Norris. Fourth, Clay Harris. They move off to the main event. Chris Ferguson, Justin Can. Drag race to the line. Behind them, Logan Zarin, Gary Stewart, Scott Flickinger, Greg Dill, and Trevor Feathers off to a B main.
So again, the top 4, they'll go to the UNO8 scales to make it official. Fourth, Clay Harris. Third, Michael Norris. Second, Dalton Wilson. And your winner, he is in the Nutrient Solutions, Dyna-Gro Seed, ASC Warranty, Mark Martin Automotive, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, Midwest Sheet Metal, Longhorn Clements, Corey Phosphate, the crew chief. Crew is Tyler Bragg and Cole Perrine. The Double L Motorsports, the Longhorn Clements, your winner. The 49 out of Blairsville, Georgia. How about it for your winner, Superman Jonathan Davenport?
DJ, it was interesting. That car was so dominant on the top, but I noticed in those last couple laps, he was testing the bottom of the racetrack, and he was equally good there. That could be trouble for everybody else.
Yeah, that very first lap as well, guys. Coming into turn number 3, he thought he was driving right over to shake my hand as he got by Dalton Wilson for the lead going into turn number 3. He won the Rumble by the River a year ago, and he was runner-up to RTJ back in April. And so the question for Jonathan Davenport is going to be a recycled one that we just asked. JD, I just asked Ricky what he likes so much about this place. You've had a lot of success here. I'm asking you the same thing. What does Jonathan Davenport like so much about Port Royal?
Just the speed of it. It's big, it's fast, and it can be really technical. So you're going so fast down these long straightaways, you really got to be able to hit your marks in the corner, especially when it gets slick like it is now. And I think the top's eventually going to leave down there, so it's going to get even better. But glad to see you. Glad you're feeling better. Say hello to everybody back home. Thanks to my guys. Big shout out to Mr. Todd Bachman. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be here. We had a little truck issues, and he loaned us a truck to get here, so thankful for him, and thankful for my guys. They ain't had hardly any sleep either, so yeah, we're running on fumes, but it's still fast enough.
He stole my line. I was going to say he's running on fumes, but he's still fast enough. Put a microphone on that guy. Superman Jonathan Davenport grabs the win in heat number 2, guys.
We've been there, done that, ain't we, Ben?
I love it. I love it.
Are you ready? Cool it, Thermotech Heat. Guess what? The winner starts on the outside of the front row, right? It'll be the 99, currently 4th in the points. That's Devin Moran. He's out of Dresden, Ohio, and outside the Valvoline number 1. Out of New Berlin, Illinois, that'll be Brandon Shepard.
Inside of row 2, Michael Leach in the 09. The Montana racer into his outside, Mason Ziegler out of Chalk Hill, Pennsylvania in the 25Z.
Row 3, the driver into 3rd in the points. The SSI Motorsports car to be Hudson O'Neill. He's out of Martinsville, Indiana. And on the outside, former Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year. He's currently 3rd in the points here at Port Royal. He's out of Allison Park, Pennsylvania. That is Colton Flinner.
Inside of row 4, Hayes Mattern in car 9. Into his outside, Corey Lawler in the 90 through. A couple of Pennsylvania drivers in row 4.
Dawsonville, Georgia's Donald McIntosh leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. He's 10th in the championship points in 79. And Dylan Stake on the outside. He's 4th in the Port Royal weekly points. He is out of Mapleton Depot, Pennsylvania, the D19.
Row 6, Chad Myers out of Hempstead, Maryland in the 21. And Dale Murphy, the Maryland driver in the 000 outside of row number 6. We got an even dozen in this one. 8 laps outside front row for tonight's 40 lap. Main event on the line, the Rumble by the River opener presented by UNOH. This is Devin Moran and Brandon Shepard, 2 mashers. James, who's going to win the drag race off into turn number 1?
Nutrient Solution start zone. Again, the winner starts on the outside front row alongside Ricky Thornton Jr. Here we go. Moran and Shepard. Devin Moran comes into tonight 4th in the points. Brandon Shepard is 5th. Out at 2, Shepard, man, he had a good run going last week. He led the first 37 laps of the topless 100. Had a tire go down Moran as well. Moran recovered. got into the top 3 on the podium. Good battle at turn 4. Devin Moran and Brandon Shepard with 1 scored here.
Yeah, man, good stuff out front. Behind them in third, it's Leach and Ziegler. Ziegler with a slider on Leach. Meanwhile, Shepard looks to the inside of Devin Moran. You got battles all over the place. There you go. Left side of your screen, battle for the lead. Right side, the battle for third as Leach goes back around Ziegler. Shepard looks to the inside of Devin Moran, who's going to lead this time by.
You never know where Michael Leach is going to show up at, right? As he gets down the main straight with a good battle, the crossover. Man, that was close with Ziggy. Ziegler on the turn number 1. Meanwhile, we got a battle for the lead out at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. With Shepard trying to pull even, Ben, they headed to turn number 3 as we had to score lap 3. Moran trying to squeeze him down out of turn 4. Here comes Shepard.
And here comes Hudson O'Neal. He goes from 5th to 4th. He goes after Ziegler for the 3rd spot. You know, Michael Leach is kind of like a modern-day Duke Wizzet. You never know where he's going to unload. Could be Montana, could be Texarkana, could be Port Royal. Man, this racetrack's good right now, James.
Is that a Bill Fry reference as well?
From Pennsboro. Oh, no, that was West Virginia.
It was down the main straightaway, Hill Razor Jack's halfway mark. A good one here in heat number 3. Now Shepard's going to go to the outside. Will Moran leave him room? Shepard on the loud pedal down the back straightaway. Here comes Brandon Shepard. Moran by a car length into turn number 3.
Good battle for the lead through turns 3 and 4. Devin Moran's got it. Brandon Shepard way up top. They complete lap number 5. Do you have a new leader? Yes, sir, you do. Sheppy to the lead, slider off into 1 and 2. Devin turns back down the hill. Can't quite get there. Disrupted the air just a little bit on the nose of the 99.
Good
that
one.
Was fun, James.
For the outside of the front row, very important in this main event here tonight. Moran takes a shot on the bottom. They're side by side. Out at turn number 4 down the main straightaway. 2 to go. Again for the outside of the front row tonight. Meanwhile, behind them, a battle between Ziegler and O'Neal as they come out at turn number 2. The head of the Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. B-Shep trying to pull away from Moran. Looks like he's going to do that right now as we head to the white flag.
Come back to the Barron's Performance, 1 to go, and Brandon Shepard has taken the lead. Shepard has won here only once in his career, trying to get number 2 here tonight. Devin Moran in second with the Barron's Performance, 1 to go. Third is Ziegler. 4th, Hudson O'Neal. Hudson looks to the inside of Ziegler. Right side of your screen. Can't get there. Leader on the left side. Brandon Shepard. James, the final time into 3 and 4.
Shepard looking for his 36th career win in the Lucas Oil Series tonight off of turn number 4. Rod Penrod will wave the checkered flag. It will go to Brandon Shepard. Second is going to be Devin Moran. Here comes third at the line. Wow. Oh, baby, was it?
It was
Hudson O'Neal got it at the flag. At the loop. Let's say the loop, right?
The loop.
He got the loop. He got 3rd, 4th, Ziegler. Wow, what a finish there. Good one.
Your 4th and final transfer to Chalk Hill, Pennsylvania. Mason Ziegler in the 25Z. 3rd will go to Hudson O'Neal out of Martinsville, Indiana. 2nd to Dresden, Ohio's Devin Moran. And your winner, Brandon Shepard out of New Berlin, Illinois. The Rocket One Racing, Valvoline Performance Grading, Swiper Cab Ranches, Ace Metalworks, Franklin Enterprises, Collins Brothers Towing, Gunners Honey, Performance Concrete, 5-star race car bodies. On the Durham Powered Rocket, 35 career Lucas wins for Brandon Shepard. He'll try to get 36 tonight. And you know, that day at West Virginia, Bill Fry was just trying to help Duke out of the race car. He was just pulling him out by his head. That was all that was happening. DJ, that was a fun one. Down to you, buddy.
Well, Brandon Shepard just now making his way into the UNOH scale area. He was second in the Rumble by the River way back in 2020 to some guy named Kyle Larson that decided to step behind the wheel of the K&L Rumbling number 6 late model that weekend. You mentioned Shep does have 1 career win here at Port Royal, and he's going to start in the outside front row here this evening. He picks up his 12th Simpson Race Products win of the year, and that new Rocket XR2 is looking good as the driver out of New Berlin, Illinois, going to roll into the Droop check, and he will start in the outside front row here tonight. Danny White coming over to check out the race car and have a word with his driver, Brandon Shepard. Shep going to take the helmet off and grab a word with us, a winner of Cool It Thermotech Heat Race number 3 here this evening. Shep, that looked like a calculated move out there on Devin Moran. Talk me through the move it took to take the lead.
Man, you know, my car is just really maneuverable, like it's been ever since we broke out this XR2. This thing is just awesome night in and night out. And, I really had a good balance there to where I could run top, middle, bottom, kind of wherever I needed to. And I kept showing Devin a nose a little bit in the bottom, and he was you know, closing up his entry and kind of trying to get lower where I was at underneath of him, showing him that nose there. And and that opened up that outside to where I could really get a run. And I kind of snuck out there and tried it one lap and didn't lose no time down here in 3 and 4. And I knew I was okay in the top 1 and 2. So, yeah, we just put the pedal down and made it happen.
It's almost hunting season. Shep is hunting for a win here tonight. Brandon Shepard out of New Berlin, Illinois is your winner of Coolant Thermotech Heat Race number 3.
James, that one was a lot of fun.
That was a good,
man.
clean race, right?
Yeah,
They
was
left
a
each other
good
plenty of room, did a good job. One more heat, Ben.
Yes, sir.
And the winner of this will start outside of row number 2. How about this front row? On the pole will be the 157 back in a Longhorn tonight out of Winfield, Tennessee, the Winfield Warrior. It'll be Mike Marlar. And in Kel Green's 44 car, he was second in the Topless 100 last week out of Great Court, South Carolina. That's Chris Smokey Madden.
It's out of row 2, the 111 of Max Blair from Centerville, Pennsylvania, and Carson Ferguson out of Lincolnton, North Carolina in the 93.
Row 3 will be Daniel Hilsebeck, second in the Rally Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. He's out of Earlham, Iowa, Big Brother alongside the 2, the Super Deuce Racing entry of Dan Stone. He's out of Thompson, Pennsylvania.
Row 4, Will Harrington out of Hawkinsville, Georgia in the 15K, and to his outside scrub, Rick Eckert out of York, Pennsylvania in the 24.
And your final 3 starters will be Mike Lufries out of Shermansdale, Pennsylvania, the 06. Dave Stam in the 10S. He's out of Millmont, Pennsylvania. And Andrew Yoder, a 2-time winner here this year in the Super Late Models at Port Royal. He is in the Larry Bear 0Y. He's out of Middleburg, Pennsylvania, so keep an eye on him.
So 11 cars, Simpson Race Products Heat Race 4, final heat of the night for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. 8 laps. Winner will start 4th, top 4 to the feature. Everybody else will be in 1 of 2 B mains as they creep toward the Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone down in turn at number 4. It's Marlar, it's Madden, it's a Southern showdown here at Port Royal in Simpson Heat 4.
You got 2 wily veterans, 2 good drivers into turn 1. Marlar's going to throw it in. Mikey's going to grab the lead. Out at 2, Blair on the inside of Madden, down the back straightaway. Mike Marlar, tough luck last week, debuted a brand new Infinity by Wells at Batesville. Had a good run going. Flat tire knocked him out of a possible top 5. But right now, looking to start 4th here tonight as he leads lap 1.
He leads the way. Madden in 2nd. He's had some success in that Kel Green Racing number 44 over the past month. Blair sits in 3rd. He's got company, though. Hilsebeck's right there with him, and Carson Ferguson pedaling as fast as he can, trying to join the party. Soon to have a 3-car battle for that 4th and final transfer.
A tough couple of weeks for Max Blair, some mechanical issues. We saw him at Florence, right? He had to go to a backup car there. Last week he was leading here by over 3 seconds, but did not finish the race. And right now, battle for 3rd with Hilsebeck. Whoa, as Harrington slides up in front of Ferguson down the back straightaway. But it is all Mike Marlar and Chris Madden dominating here in a good battle, though, behind him. They're 2x2 with Hilsebeck and Blair and Ferguson and Harrington.
Well, Mike Marlar always seems to have speed when he comes to Port Royal. He might not have luck late in the race, but tonight he's trying to put that behind him. Meanwhile, Madden a distant 2nd. It's distant. Great battle for 3rd coming into your living room as Hilsebeck is right there. He's got Blair battling to his outside behind them. Will Harrington has moved into position at number 5. But it's go time as right now we work lap number 5 of this 8-lap affair past the Hellraiser Jacks halfway mark.
Remember Hilsebeck, the first time and only time he'd ever raced here was back in April at the Lucas Oil Series. Good battle down the back straightaway with Blair, but Mike Marlar over 2 seconds the advantage in the 157 down the main straightaway. As 3 laps to go. But Chris Madden, he's been good in that Kel Green car, right? I mean, he won out of the box a couple of Southern Nationals races, and again, 2nd in the Topless 100 last week at Batesville.
Yeah, he's been really good. They're going to make some adjustments on that race car for the main event later as he's losing pace with Marlar. Marlar over 2 seconds out in front with just 2 laps to go. The 157 leads the way. 3 wins on the year for Marlar. We talked about it. I don't think anybody else in the country, maybe ever in life, has wins at Mudwick, Valley, Rock Castle, and Sharon. You know, it's quite the trifecta.
I saw a Mudlick Valley shirt over in the pit area earlier. How about that?
Someone sent to my house. It was an extra large. It did not fit, but it was the thought that counts.
It's a Harris performance. 1 lap to go. Marlar out of turn 2 in that great Bruning Skyline Motorsports car. And it looks like he's going to lead wire to wire, pending the UN08 scales battle back here. And right now, Will Harrington's getting it wound up. Great battle for 3rd on back, but 1st and 2nd in the books here, coming off of 4.
Simpson Race Products Heat 4 to Mike Marlar. 2nd goes to Madden. 3rd on back. Let's see how it unfolds. Let's watch it live. Max Blair 3rd. 4th and final transfer. Harrington can't get there. Hilsebeck. Harrington comes home in 5th. Then it'll be Ferguson, Eckert, Stone, Yoder, Looper, and Stem. That's your rundown in Simpson Race Products Heat 4.
Very good. The top 4 will go to the scales to make it official. Hillsvik 4th, 3rd Blair, 2nd Madden. Your winner, the Quick Supply Company, Mesilla Valley Transportation. Truck Country, Burning Rock Products, Can-Am Auto Salvage, Brown's Heavy Equipment, Olson Explosives. That is the Skyline Motorsports, Longhorn Clements, Josh Davis, the crew chief, Jerry Sprouse, as he will start 4th here tonight, pending the UN08 scales. The 157 out of Winfield, Tennessee, doing double duty tonight, ladies and gentlemen. How about it for the Winfield Warrior, Mike Marlar? Dustin, down to you.
Yeah, Mike on the UNOH scales right now, going to make his way over and talk to us. It's his 4th Simpson Race Products Heat Race win of the year. He is going for his first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win of the year. Hard to believe that there wasn't a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race at Ludwig Valley or Rockcastle. Of course, picked up that Outlaws win at Sharon just a little over a month ago, about 6 weeks ago or so, and he is going to roll from the 4th starting spot here tonight as the 2018 World of Outlaws champion rolls down to grab a work with us for the Droop check. Hi, Mikey. This 157 car looked really good this evening. This is a track that you've run well at in the past. What's different here about Port Royal this evening from maybe what you remember?
It's not a lot different. You know, it's always smooth, a little slicker tonight. Tonight, the heats are more like feature conditions, so I think it's going to be really slick in the feature. But fun track so far, and got to give a shout out to VP Racing Fuel, their 50th anniversary. We got some cool graphics on for them this weekend, and Royal Jones, Greg Bruning, Quick Supply, everybody that makes this thing happen.
He's behind the wheel of the Longhorn tonight. Mike Marlar gets the win in Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 4.
Well, just like that, Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series heats are in the books. Limited mod heats coming up next, and we'll turn it back over to Earl and Brad on the call.
Thank you, guys. The Modified Mafia Tour hits trackside. We are going to have 2 consecutive heat races for them. All cars will move on into the A main event. Heat races will be 8 laps the distance.
Here's how they'll line up for heat race number 1. On the inside of row number 1 from Saxton, PA in the 35A will be Michael Altabelli, and his outside from Newtown, North Carolina in car number 6, it'll be Ryan Ayers. Starting in 3rd from Panama City, Florida in the 72 will be Todd Nieheiser, and to his outside it'll be Ryan Dolan from Kaiser,